your system. Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Welcome to the grand finals of the Esports Club presents Showdown Series Season 7 for Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, and of course our media partner Gossip.gg. Finally, the day has arrived to declare the crown of Season 7 Showdown Series. Who will it be? Will it be Team Asterisk or will it be 10-7? Let's find out. I'm your cast for today, Babu. Alongside with me, I have my co-caster, Auzora Aiden, as we are here to talk about the grand finals matchup to declare who will crown as the champions.
Well, true, all of that journey from day 1 to day 7 unfortunately has come down to this. The ending, it's going to be sublime alongside the matchup itself. Asterisk, for the first time, they're going against 10-7. That is history right there. We spoke about it in the yesterday's stream towards the ending, and all of that. Why are they fighting for this? Why are they doing all of this heavy lifting? Of course, for the prize pool, alongside the bragging right, which Asterisk, they're currently holding it thrice.
Yep, as we take a look at the prize pool breakdown itself, 1 lakh INR, first place 50,000 INR, second place 30,000 INR, and of course third place 20,000 INR, in which Team Amigos have secured third place. Now we just need to wait and watch who will secure the second and first place. Will it be Team Asterisk or will it be 10-7?
Let's just rewind and talk about the entire journey, right? The brackets, of course, it started all the way from the playoffs, the upper bracket quarterfinals, and from there on the lower bracket was also commencing alongside all of those teams heading towards the bottom lanes. But here's the thing, right? 10-7, they haven't lost a single map. But Asterisk on the other end, right after losing it in the upper bracket, they have been getting that straight W's all across, moving towards the grand finale. So yeah, they have that one loss in their belt, but is it going to be a boon or a curse? We'll see that real soon.
Yeah, and talking about the side of Team Asterisk, sure, after in the lower brackets they have secured multiple matches, but also at the cost of Asterisk being in the deciders, right? And in the deciders, map number 3 split has always been the best map for Asterisk to be winning in those certain situations, especially on the second half, up against Amigos Esports, up against 120 FPS. It's like split is basically a domain that it favors so much for Asterisk.
That's what they came there to conquer, and they did very well. 9-3 curse, we usually say it's a curse, but here's the thing, right? The plays was so good coming in from Asterisk. Till the very end, they did not lose hope, even though the entire difference was of 6 rounds moving in towards the second half. But talking about the top 4 players up till now who have been doing the heavy lifting for either of their sides, and their performance has been really good. F. Jompa has not been derailed at all, man. He has that ACS set for himself, 239 to be honest, and from there on, he's just there towards the top itself. 10-7, there is one player called Tricky with 313 ACS, Yash with 255 alongside Smoker 250.
Yep, Yash's performance is just everywhere, especially in the MVP series and MVP matches of every single match that we've casted. And also let's take a look at the stats as well on the most played maps, the most played agents in the entire Season 7 of the Showdown series. As we take a look into it, we have Omen, Sova, Cypher, Jet and Breach. Top 5 agents, very, most played agents in a way that it benefit for both the duelists, initiators, and also for the sentinels.
Well, true, and talking about the top 3 maps as well, from the 1st day till the 7th, it's going to be Ascent, Haven alongside Split. And I believe that all of this action, it needs to be intensified at this point of time. And I'm loving the way the top 5 agents are right at this, at our screens, right? Omen, Sova, Cypher, Jet. These are the 4 agents who have been picked more often in the map of Ascent. And Breach, replace that with KO. That's the entire meta.
Yep, that's exactly what we see on map Ascent. Sure, there are some certain changes on map Haven where we did get to see Neon being picked from on some certain matchups, especially up against Team Amigos. Unfortunately, not quite working out from their end, but we'll talk about it in the next future tops. Talking about the level of leaderboards, changes in the leaderboards itself, but when it comes to first 3 spots, it's still the same: Doxer, Caramel, and Ceylon. And for Yash, who was in 8th place, he has secured 5th place with an amazing performance that he delivered in the lower bracket finals.
True that. Couple of MVPs alongside so many frags that it was enough for him to bump up all of those levels and reach towards 5. Today, yet again, they have the opportunity. Yash specifically has the opportunity to go ahead and hit those top 3 shelves. So I'm hoping that he's all set for it, and in the near future, the games are going to be intense. Guys, mind you, it's BO5 and we're in for a treat.
Yeah, it's a best of 5. Endurance is the test between these two teams, and all the team has to do is just secure 3 maps in total. Right? Just 3 maps.
And 3 maps, of course, to seal it all, but will 10-7 allow that, or Asterisk, they're all set for this? It's the first time that they're going against each other, and they have no datas. They have no reconciliation regarding the maps or how they can go ahead and play or how the opponents play. Other than just those award reviews or how Asterisk plays against Amigos or 120 FPS, that's the only detail that they know. Firsthand, they haven't experienced it. And 10-7, finally, they will feel that heat. Why Asterisk have been coming towards the grand finale again and again. And this is not the first time. This is approximately the 4th time I'm seeing Asterisk go ahead and do this. And majority of the times, they have secured it with a big W.
Yep, consistency is key. And talk about the side of Team Asterisk, all the way from Season 1 to Season 7, they have made their progress known. Their story shows values when it comes to their performance in game, as also winning a countless amount of seasons from their end too. Right now, they're looking to make it their 4th season win. Will that happen, or will we see Team 10-7, especially with their debut team, making huge waves, especially in the upper brackets? And just like you said, not a single loss in any of those maps.
Indeed. So, not a single loss, 2-0s all across. 10-7 looks like a really good, confident team. They have put even Amigos on thinking boards, saying that you guys chose Haven and you lost 13-0. How did that even happen? Getting at least a single round would have at least given them the hope of getting multiple, but again, it was derailed right off the bat, 13-0. So 2-0s all across, but on the other end, Asterisk, they have kept on pushing themselves, reaching towards the decider maps and eventually winning from their way. So overall, I feel that it's the test of endurance. It's the test of being called the Stallions in the BO5. And yeah, that's the entire scenario for now. So 10-7 against the likes of Asterisk. It's gonna be a big, big game today, and I'm hoping that you all are ready with popcorns and energy drinks because you're in for a ride.
Yep, best of 5, which means that 5 maps will be open. No matter what you do, you cannot escape from Pearl, you cannot escape from Abyss, but you can still ban those 2 maps, right? So the thing about map veto is that there is high likely a chance where we could see those new maps be in play, right?
Okay.
So talking about the entire matchup itself, especially the whole 5 maps, the most played maps that we've seen is Ascent, Split, Bind. It's like the first map itself, you ascend from the match. Second time, you've been split apart mainly because the opponents, not having a good day. And next thing you know, the decider being on Bind that binds us together, especially in those close quarter moments where in which any of the situations, anything could happen in a game of Valorant. And I have to say, 5 maps between Team 10-7 and Team Asterisk. I'm really curious to know what kind of maps do they head in for the pick. Would they go in for a very safe pick, or would they go in for a bit of an extreme that could bring a little bit of balance between 2 of their strategies, like 2 team strategies?
Most of the time, I have not seen 10-7 go ahead and play Pearl. So whatever they're going to bring onto the table, it's still unknown. The meta can be really good. They can get in KO and alongside Sova, the 2 initiators, alongside a controller like Astra, which is really good in the map of Pearl. But again, we haven't seen that action coming from their end. So might be a ban coming from their end. So it's just that speculations, right? Alongside, if it's Split, which gets banned, just because yesterday's performance coming in from Asterisk, it was so good, well-versed, from 9-3 to all of a sudden getting that perfect 13-11 victory. So yeah, anything can go wrong. And with that said, 10-7, they might be very ready for that in order to ban a split map.
Yeah, especially when you have a powerful, playmaker like Tricky, who always gets the job done when it comes to executes towards the side.
Right.
And then you have Paradox from the backside, not only just watching the flanks, he would always provide windows of opportunities towards 10-7 to secure those impactful frags. 13-0, it's a very huge statement coming in from them, securing the grand final spot and also forcing Team Amigos down to the lower brackets. But also on the side of Team Asterisk, Split has always been a powerful map for them, It's not just when they went up against Team Amigos and secured a wonderful comeback, which went all the way from 9-3 to 13-9, if I do remember properly. But also, you still need to focus on the previous matches as well when they went up against 120 FPS. The second map itself, Asterisk, was just, they were in control of the map entirely. Especially when you had a duelist like Raze, who was just popping off every single round in the second half on attack. And they could, especially in the grand finals, I think it would be best for them to bring in Split, especially as early as possible, like maybe around on map 2 or map 3, because that would definitely help them, have a guaranteed chances of securing that map. But you'd never know. Maybe 10-7 could have a response of their own.
There's always this fear factor. 10-7, they have those big Ws coming in, 2-0s all across, and now Asterisk, they're gonna finally have this match of the history against them. There's this fear concept as well that the other team has been playing flawless. It can be the similar thing moving forward as well. We're facing slight bit of a tech issue. We're soon gonna be fixing that and we'll get right back. So don't go anywhere.
Your system. All right, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Your system. All right, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was
Well, guys, there were some minor inconveniences, but finally we can speed things forward. And we were having some speculations regarding the map bans and everything, where Pearl can be one of those X factors or Split. And yes, finally we can get the map veto on the screen as well, showcasing all of those 5 picks coming in from both these teams. First off being Abyss, but the bans are Sunset and Pearl.
Wow, it's just, like there was some certain hopes and dreams that I might see Pearl, but turns out it's none other than 10-7 who will decide to ban map Pearl. So the first map that you're going to see from Asterisk will be on Abyss. Interesting
That's right.
take. Second map from 10-7, Haven. Asterisk once again on on Ascent. Fourth map being on Bind, and of course the deciders being on map Split. The strongest map was for the side of Team Asterisk, and also the strongest map for 10-7, Haven on map number 2.
You know, Abyss is also one of the places where 10-7 did go ahead and accomplish those tough fleets, getting the mid control on point. And they have been a phenomenal team whenever it comes to those mid controls. So heavily orienting towards mid will be seen, which is Abyss. And I'm hoping that Asterisk, they're prepared for this battle, because it's not going to be that easy that they're expecting for.
Yep. So Grand Finals, the map vetoes are up, so hopefully we'll be able to get to see the Asian selects that from the both side of Team Asterisk and on the side of Team 10-7 would head in on the first map of the Grand Finals. So the biggest question is 50,000 rupees on the line for these two teams. So if I have to make a prediction about Asterisk versus Team 10-7, I would more likely go for Team Asterisk.
Asterisk, all right.
Yeah, they're the reigning champions. They are looking for their 4th. Maybe they could have a chance to secure this one as well.
But on the other end, you're forgetting they have an all-star roster who have played in all of those tournaments where we usually dream about heading towards, right?
Yeah.
And accomplishing that as well, this entire team is like fixed with all of the star players. So I believe that experience will weigh over having all of the accomplishments when it comes to Showdown series. So hoping that Asterisk, they're ready, not going to demotivate them. They have been always motivated. They know how to perform till the very end. Earlier on, they were towards the upper brackets. I'm talking about the previous seasons. But this time, they did face one loss. And right after that, the way they have bounced back, it just is evident. That was the Grand Finals for a reason.
Yeah, they've been making waves after waves as Asterisk. Even though that they lost the tide in the upper brackets, they've managed to streamline through all the way to the lower brackets matchup, winning every single matchups. Even though up against Team 120 FPS, they had to go on a decider twice, one on the upper brackets where 120 FPS won, and then in the lower brackets, Team Asterisk were the ones who proceed to the grand finals. And now they are here with one simple barricade, and that barricade is none other than Team 10-7.
Whether it's gonna be in or out, we are soon gonna see that first map, Abyss. Super exciting, super interesting at the same time. How many people will fall to their death? How many people are gonna bring in Euro into the picture? Gate crashes alongside Raze as well. Raze is also a really good, viable agent as a duelist in this map specifically. But Jet, well, yeah, you can updraft, you can glide in the air, and all of a sudden you can throw all of your kunai knives at the enemies and get them on the spot. So those kind of scenarios can be created as well, but again, it comes down to the agent selection itself. I would ask you the same question. Your 5 agent selections in the map of Abyss.
I would say very rarely Wise could come into the picture because she is a very strong sentinel that can hold off the entirety of B side all by herself.
Okay.
Right? So I would say Wise could come into the picture, but when it comes to a Sentinel which is so powerful, it's just Cypher all the way, right? Cypher is everywhere. Like on every single map, Cypher is even on the cams. Cypher may be on the left side of the spawn venue that we are here right now. He's just basically hiding. He's just looking at the cams. But yeah, let's get to see the agent select and see what kind of picks do we get to see from both the sides. Team 10-7 opting for a double initiators pick, followed up with Asterisk doing the same, just a different agent that we do get to see. Instead of a Sova, we have a breach that could definitely help Asterisk's attempt on their execute pushes. Yeah.
Well, I'm loving its dual initiator picks coming from both the ends, and Kibo, he's very confident whenever it comes to being Gecko for the team. Last time there was some really good switcheroos, early plants coming in, and the entire control was phenomenal against Untitled. So again, it comes all down to this: how well can a team go ahead and function with a specific agent called Gecko? Because it's the plant. It's about how you can go for those 1v1s, the wingman diffusals as well whenever it comes to the defensive side. And Asterisk, they're prepared for this. They have brought in the trifecta as well. They're going in with the breach, which is a really good combination whenever it comes to enabling your duelist and hoping for the same thing. But again, 10-7, how well can they do this?
Well, folks, we are not going to waste any time at all. There will be no more further delays, which means the grand finals is up for grabs. Team Asterisk versus Team 10-7. Map 1 will be Abyss. The winner of this map will be able to secure a good lead in the grand finals. So everything is all in. So are the pistol rounds. So without any further ado, let's jump into the first round of Map Abyss. Pistol rounds is a go.
10-7 versus Asterisk. And this is the first time that we are witnessing this action in this entire tournament. Oh, there's Weiss.
Yep. And also Factoid, once again, Abyss is known for its tricky design that requires smart strategies and good teamwork. Its tall areas and tight spaces create intense close-up fights, challenging players, quick thinking and reactions.
Very well said. And this was the Easter egg, mind you guys. A beautiful Easter egg coming in from Riot. Just making it pretty obvious that the next following agent was Weiss. All the steel gardens and razor wires and whatnot. Overall, I'm loving the cinematic, and this entire fight will be like a cinema. But talking about yet another factoid, the defending champions, Asterisk, are facing the toughest threat to their crown, yet in the form of 10-7. Alright, there has to be something out there. Who will emerge victorious? Stay tuned to find out.
Yep. Asterisk, like I said, their story in their lower brackets, their winnings at the entire seasons of the Showdown series. And now they're going up against the toughest all-star team, and that is none other than Team 10-7.
It's a threat, that's true, but don't you think most of the time whenever Factoid is trying to say something, it's screaming at us?
Yeah.
It's in all caps.
Yeah, it's in all caps.
If I write LOL in all caps.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Factoid will respond us with laughing out loud instead of laughing out loud. Like, there's a huge difference, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah. I believe we just need to wait for the pistol round to commence, and I'm really excited to see how well, the grand finals would work out. I mean, it's up against Team Asterisk, up against Team 10-7. You can clearly see the huge gap in the tier list teams, right? 10-7 currently being the top tier teams in this region. So is Team Asterisk, who are also making their presence known. They want to compete against the best of the best. They want to show that they are here to stay. They are here to show their amazing performance, and we'll get to see that in this pistol round. Talking about it already, the Dizzy will be used. Mid presence once again from Team 10-7. As they're slowly making their way in towards tunnels, there will be one from the backside. I believe that is Paradox, who will be waiting for the right moment to go in with the push. And when it comes to the positionings from the side of Team Asterisk, they are currently in a bit of a split, as the flanks will be given from both the sides in towards B. Information will be given as well, so as the information towards mid.
Heavy dominating support towards mid is what 10-7 is currently having, but Rave, he's on for the backstab alongside Yash. Corner peaks, but Kibo, too good for the first frag. There's still this opportunity of a flank coming in, and the entire team needs to be prepared for that UV, especially he's sitting out there like a duck waiting for the opponent. It's Kibo who goes ahead and gets yet another one. Trades are coming in, but unfortunately the man count disadvantage has been faced by the likes of Asterisk, the defending champions, and they could not defend the first pistol round.
Yeah. And I just realized that's not Paradox who's currently playing as the Cypher. Paradox is playing as the controller as of now, so the roles will be a little bit reversed. It will be none other than UV who will be playing as the Sentinel, and Tricky once again with the trusty Jet, the duelist who always gets the job done. But when it came to the first round, it was none other than Kibo who did get the opening pick towards mid, denying the flanks towards B and then slowly making their way for a post-plant execute.
Well, true that. Astra always in picture. And the amount of chaos, the ruckus that you can create with her, it's just exceptional. Having 2 stars at the disposal. Tricky on the other end, good weapon upgrades thanks to the previous round. Control, mid-ventures, yet again, just keeping every single thing in a single check. But I love the placement of the camera. It's right near the boxes. Even if a player goes all antsy, understands where the opponents are going to be, they can easily capitalize and captivate them. Corners need to be checked. Rage, first one to bite the dust. Reaver, he's still swinging right across. Good for one. And Kibo, he's going to withdraw from this fight.
Yeah, a lot of damage been dealt around. Both of the abilities, the mosh pit, also the fault line was used from Asterisk. As you can clearly see, Crowley being very deep towards enemy territory. He secures an impactful frag, removing a wave out of the process, opening the entire B site at the hands of Team 10-7. As the pressure continues to grow in size, so are the players from the side of Team Asterisk who are making their way towards mid. Post-plant is on, so is the weapon advantage, still favoring for 10-7 and Paradox, who is almost on his way to try to get the opening that he needs. All 3 of them lined up in sight, and once they make the push, they'll be able to find at least 1 or 2 kills in the process.
Well, that's true. But look at Paradox rushing down. He's all ready for it. Good amount of frags coming in, but it won't be requiring Paradox's help at all, as Kibo alongside Kohli, they both are enough to shut down the entirety of the enemy team. The second round rolls in, and finally the full buy round, where things are gonna get even Steven. But the difference is that 10-7, they will still have their bonus buys. It all trickles down to this. Asterisk, it's your pick. Might as well get this one right across.
Yep, 2 rounds back to back favoring for the side of Team 10-7. And from the side of Asterisk, they are facing major issues on their defensive hold. This is their map pick, and Team 10-7 are just clearly showing that this is their domain. And look at the first kill from Yash. Finally, the opener has been given, taking out Tricky, and with it, the chances of 10-7's aggressive attempts will be put to a hold. And it will force them to at least push in towards 40 seconds for their execute, giving them at least some hopes and dreams to handle out the site and provide them the win.
Kibo is still not going ahead and collecting that orb. He knows that there might be one player swinging right across, but look at that! What deadly endeavors wave! Oh my god! One sidestep and he's out of the picture. Controller, now it's gone. Equalizer coming in. Rage gets that frag, makes it a really good situation for the likes of Asterisk. But that was a big blunder. Controller going nonetheless.
I'm sorry, but like, what just happened?
That's
Like,
what happens in the map of Abyss.
I think it's because of some certain ability that got caught, or maybe Dizzy just blinding out the Astra. Maybe that could be the reason why. But as we focus on this round as of now, Icarus once again, the Vandal in hand, will be able to proceed with securing impactful kills from the side of the attackers, as we clearly get to see the players slowly dwindle out. As finally we will see Team Asterisk secure an important round win in round number 3. But I have to ask, like, what exactly happened in that situation? Why did Wave fall down?
Just a sidestep.
It could be a sidestep, yeah.
I mean, there was no Dizzy for sure. Astra went for her astral form. She never utilized any of those gravity wells or any of that sort. And all of a sudden, Wave is out of the picture. But it's okay. The entire team just reeled back the entire round. And now, when the money's in both the corners, love to see how 10-7 can go ahead and seal this one. The previous round was not that great. Wave, again, aggressive endeavors. But there comes the Thrash. It's going to give a lot of information, insight onto where the opponents can be. Checking those corners, but Wave, he's still adamant. He gets the shots on Tricky, and the duelist is gone.
Yeah, and with the full fire rounds giving them equal opportunities to defend the site, turns out the aggressive attempts from Team 7 proves to be so efficient. Paradox is here, so is River, who's just going to drop down from heavens. Just need to figure out a way to take out Paradox. The main threat of Team 10-7 where a 1v2 clutch could be imminent, and looks like that could happen. 1v1, Paradox finds the opening, and now it's a duel between the controller and the Sentinel.
That's right, Paradox usually enjoys playing the Sentinel role itself, but currently he's the controller. Brings in the smoke. That's a really good decoy right there. And Icarus, he's been forced upon the hands, and Paradox plays this 1v1 to perfection, gets the 4th and the round as well. Paradox, you beauty. Giving the room, the space for the team to go ahead and get those buy rounds yet again. My God. Has the Cosmic Divide as well, alongside Hunter's Fury. 10-7. This round, once it goes for a post plant, you can never stop it from getting diffused.
Yeah, there's no way that Team Asterix could be able to successfully, recover post plant. So they have no other choice but to try to use some aggressive maneuvers, and I clearly see exactly what's going to happen on the A side. Yash, only having a Sheriff in hand, will be able to take out Dizzy. But still, the aggressiveness won't put to a halt. They want to make sure that the post plant won't be theirs. But Tricky finding the opening to take out River might give them the opening that they need. But you still have Rage. He gets to take out Tricky. And you can clearly see that from the side of Team AST, they don't want Team 10-7 to go to post plant.
That's right. No shields whatsoever. Yash, he has no utilities. My God, they have forced their hands for this particular round. There's a weapon upgrade right in front. Thanks to Rage shutting down Tricky. Now look at the slowness coming in from 10-7. Waiting for the defenders to get tiny bit more anxious and get that information. And in order to collect that, they need to come forth. Rage, one click away on getting that ultimate, which is Trash.
Yep.
The Cosmic Divide, it's going to come in effect. There comes the entire side execution, one by one, heading towards the side, and there comes the post plant. Wingman given the task of it, and he might as well go ahead and execute it. They do not know where Wingman is currently, and the plant comes through. Yash, right around the corner, now has a Vandal instead of the Bulldog.
Yep. The upgrades would definitely help them secure those trusty headshots. As the Cosmic Divide will come to an end, they now know the location of the spike. All 4 players of Team 10-7 are just playing it safe, and they're relying heavily on the pulls. And those pulls should be more than enough to basically push them far away, getting an important frag. Once again, going in with the post-plant diffuser, and here comes Kohli. 2 shots. This is huge. So big coming in from the side of Team 10-7, as they've lost players. Time and again, it's all up to Wave. He will find one, but he cannot get the other. Just beautifully well executed from the side of Team 10-7. The pull to cancel the spike, and also a Hunter's Fury, which catches 2 players back to back.
That was just a stunt coming in from Paradox. Especially the gravity well and everything. It was just a stunt. The Hunter's Fury, that was the actual game changer. Knowing that every single thing will favor the defenders, as the plant was not theirs. Completely relied upon the Hunter's Fury, and they got the round. Now again, those Chipping out options are going to be there. They're hackling their way through for this particular round, couple of them. But wait a second, Yash, all of a sudden, he's been shut down, shunned to death. The couple of frag coming through, and River, even though he thought he was quick with that trigger, no, he's not. He's just going to flow down alongside a couple of his teammates. Asterisk, right off the bat, losing the entire control towards site A. Tricky gets the third, and he might as well get the ace as well. But the quad, just to make things good for him, and a flawless coming in.
Yep, a flawless round from Tricky, as you can clearly see that team 10-7. Just unstoppable at this point in the first half. Especially on a map Abyss, a map being picked by none other than Team Asterisk. They are currently falling apart, and they'll make a decision to head in for a timeout. They need it. They have to figure out a way. Their economy has been dwindling out every single round.
Yeah.
They're forced with sheriffs, they're forced with light armors, and even though if they do lose this round, the next round to it, we might see Asterisk have that simple opportunity of a chance. But how can you deny on those impactful kills that have been delivered from Tricky and Kibo? How would you deal with that?
The amount of utilities which currently Asterisk holds is really good. But it's just that the timing, that's not sitting right. Especially the flashpoints, yes, it was on point. I could see that coming in from the likes of River. But unfortunately, the moment he used that, couple of players already went straight forward towards him. The jet dash coming in, he was so worried that the jet might get him from the back that he could not take that aim duel. So the worriness needs to be out of the picture because it's your map, you're confident, go ahead and play it in your own style. You have chosen this meta for a reason. And alongside, there's a factoid. Asterisk is recognized for their aggressive playstyles and seamless team coordination, often overwhelming opponents with their rapid execution. But against 10-7, it seems like an ordeal.
Yeah, it's a different case scenario. And my
Look at
God,
that.
Look at Tricky. Even with a Marshal in hand, he somehow gets away with 2 kills. Both of them peaking Marshals at the same time. Now there's a third chance. Flick and a half, but Icarus, beautiful headshot with the Sheriff to take down the Jet. But the damage is done from both the duelists. 10-7, Asterisk, both of them has a chance to secure a thrifty round. And that thrifty round will be huge if Team Asterisk gets it.
And they need it as well. Weapon upgrades, they're not going to get just yet. Kohli on the other end, way too deep and harm's way. Icarus, again, the Marshal, it's doing God's work. Wave especially, got a frag. And later on, that trade was just amazing. Forcing down things. There comes Kohli. Mid-end was not on point. Hence, forcing every single one of them to just think one thing. That we are going to hold this spot till the very end. And now that it's a 2v2 post-plant, Icarus, he needs to yet again hit his shots. The first one was sublime, using the Rolling Thunder just to flush out all the areas, but unfortunately nobody's home.
Yep, nobody's home. Rolling Thunder won't catch any of the effects. And here comes Thrash, denied immediately. Icarus, he just needs to stick it. But here comes Mosh Pit for the denial. And the Sheriff, he will be able to find one. Weapon upgrades will be given. It's
4
only
bullets.
4 bullets in the Vandal. 1 trusty headshot. And it will be Kibo's Phantom to secure the win. 6-1. So close on that thrifty round. But on the bright side, they still get some great values out of it.
Big values, man. 4 weapons dropped, but 10-7, they've been winning rounds consecutively. So the money is not going to look poor at their end. But it's, again, Asterisk. They are at this crossroad yet again. Having the money, having a full buy, nobody cheaping out on any of the utilities, and 4 ultimates to work around things with. Yash specifically needs to go ahead and play with that showstopper. Get a couple of frags, shut them down. And from there on, they can speed things up to getting this particular round. But again, he needs to be on point.
Yep. But the way how Tricky has been playing as of now, just shutting down the important frag moments that Team Asterisk would have gotten. They've been put to a stop every single round. And if this keeps continuing to grow in size, then I would say that from the side of Team Asterisk, their entire aggressive maneuvers would be put to a halt. And you can clearly look at Paradox's positioning. He's all by himself in towards tunnel. His location has been concealed. His location hasn't been given yet. And now they'll make their presence known on B. This distraction could be the make it or break it for Team 10-7.
Could be. Paradox Still safe out there towards the vent area, and the others are going in for that side execution. Shots fired, but unfortunately that was a Vandal, and the muzzle is always seen, taking him right across. Paradox gets a really good frag onto Rage as well, catching the player lurking from the back lines, getting the mid control. Flashpoint coming in. River not at all good for one. Couple of players remain, and Asterisk yet again at the verge of being crumbled down in a flawless. Last man standing. What can he do? Wave. He needs to get the frag. Denying the flawless is good, but UV. Instant trades, man. Instant trades. Available at every single corner is what 10-7 currently looks like. The map pick is of Asterisk, but it's 10-7 who's playing that A game and stopping them every single time, denying the full buy, and from there on forcing them to get those sheriffs, half shields, and again showcase their one-tap skills.
Yep. And since they've already used one of their timers, Team Asterisk, they're not going to go in for now as well. This is very risky.
This is brutal.
This is like the way how 10-7 are performing right now. It's just, they're unstoppable at this point. And you can clearly see that the aggressive attempts from Asterisk are they're just applying it as best as possible. But no matter what they try to do, they always back out. They know that once Tricky makes his presence known, once he gets the opening, that's pretty much it. The whole site's been opened up, and immediately it's just post-plant in just 20 seconds.
Look at the kind of support they're providing. Kibon, especially, he launched his wingman just to get the insight where the opponents can be, if they're towards the corner or not, and the cloud burst from the likes of Tricky. Even though it takes like 1.5 seconds to fade away, but your work is done.
Yeah.
You should be lucky for having such kind of a teammate. And Tricky, now he has the Bladestorm activated. Updraft dash, he can head towards the side from the other side, from the place where he's currently thinking. That's right, that's a really good maneuver. Taking down Dizzy as well. Yash, very close, gets the first frag, and there comes the entire dominoes effect in picture. Tricky, couple of frags, the entire site wide open for business.
Yep. Wingman's here for the plant, and Tricky is up his way to secure yet another kill, but it will be denied immediately. Kibo just making sure that the flank attempts won't be in favor for Asterisk, and a Cosmic Divide will be attempted.
Excuse me.
Man, that is risky. But he could, there is a chance, but there's a pull as well, and somehow he gets away with a kill. Attempts will be made. He knows that both of the players have to go in for an aggressive push. This could be a chance for Wave, a chance at redemption. But time is running out. He needs to commit to it. And here comes the shorty from Paradox. Applying wounds. Just so deep that it's so difficult to get out of it.
That was a really good try, man. Wave. My God, a beautiful try. Half diff. And could have been potentially full, but unfortunately Paradox, as long as he's alive, the 1v1 situations are always going to favor him. Specifically when he had the shorty close range. He did not even get a chance to say something, man. It was that brutal. Having finally the buy round, 3 ultimates available. But again, it's not being used to perfection. Specifically Yash, my God, he's been isolated again and again. And that's a trait, right? If Yash does not function, the team does not feel confident with their aim duels, with the entire game. And that's what is happening currently.
Yeah, and with the choo-choo train being in effect for Team 10-7, they're just playing it safe for now. They know that the lead is theirs. They don't want to give any round win from the side of Team Asterisk. A really great attempt coming in from Wave. Committing for a Cosmic Divide, which was which was really good. But in the end, it always came down to those 1v1 duels. That duel didn't quite work out well in his favor. Right now, quick rotates. Paradox once again with a huge flank from tunnels, having an opportunity to take out Icarus and maybe the Astra. If he just gets the proper timing, here we go. Just great teamwork coming in from all the end. He didn't remove the doorways. It was his teammate who removed it. And giving equal opportunities for Paradox, his location still being concealed and getting those 2 kills was just such great teamwork. And now Paradox is on a roll for himself as he secures 3 kills. And another from UV. Man, oh man, this execute is it's top notch.
That was emasculating, not gonna lie, man. Look at those efforts, my oh my. Right after the frag, they could not even communicate with each other. Icarus, he was stuck, thinking that, wait a second, we got shot from the back, not from the front? Who shot the doors? Oh, there it is, Paradox. Hidden all this time, in plain sight. 11, 11, 11. Kibo, Paradox alongside Tricky. Even though Yui is having a tough time, it's alright. The others are just going ahead and making the play of their lives. Tricky, again, the control, way too aggressive, but they forget one thing, the height advantage, the verticality in this map. It's always going to help the entire team out, but River in the middle of all of that. That was a beautiful shot. Very well read that the opponent will do this. And Jet specifically goes in for the post plant with the wingman, and the wingman has been denied. River, he's doing God's work, and he can catch yet another player off guard as well. Corners need to be contested. There comes a reveal of all the locations. River yet again aggressive as always. Couple of players right in front, and finally, Asterisk, they have responded. But this time it is River's, man. 100% credit goes to River.
Yep, his Guardian shots. Being able to secure a headshot while the Jet being at the insides of the cloudburst. Once the dash happened, not only did he secure one, but he defended the whole side all by himself. It was basically him versus the world. And what a way to defend the side, to give that manner of morale that Team Asterisk required at the last round of the first half. Great weaponry, they'll have Phantoms and Vandals just prepped and ready with the showstopper. He needs just one kill, finds its prey, so does the kill from Kohli. My goodness, their aim is just so on point. It's a sign of a true marksmanship coming in from Team 10-7. How would you deal with those expert marksmanships that are coming away right towards the side?
Off angles. That's the best possible explanation to all of this current situation. River jump peeking just to get the information. Who's reaching towards window? Who's it gonna be? River.
You are divided.
There comes the cosmic divide. The likes of the attackers, hence giving the entire side control, not knowing what's going on towards the other end. But there's a post plan coming in. Kibo, all thanks to him. It's a speedy execution, and he has his thrash available as well. So does the opponent. How can you go ahead and retaliate is the question now.
Yeah, all of them, I mean, no flanks from the defenders. They're just playing it safe, tricky, just long-range shots to take out the breach. And you also have Rage, who could give some chance. Line of sight will be blocked towards heaven. Now there's a chance for the Astra to head in for the defuse, but you forgot about Mosh Pit. It's got to wait for at least 3 to 4 seconds for that duration to come to an end. The pulls will be made, so is the pull that could deal major damage, and this could be an important factor for Rage as he secures squad kill and the defuse from Wave. What a massive defense win coming in from the side of Team Asterisk, as they'll be able to end the first half of Map Abyss on a 9-3 scoreline.
Oh boy, we have seen those scores yesterday.
Yeah.
And if it happens again, 10-7 is not going to like it. They're not going to enjoy that part. They have a massive lead of 6 rounds. And all Asterisk have to go ahead and do is nail this pistol round. Last time, unfortunately, it was not good at all. Surely not again, right? Yeah, not again. No factor, right?
No factor, absolutely not.
No,
Also, I do have to point out one thing, that the entire career of Team 10-7 in the whole qualifiers, they haven't used a single timeout. Not a single timeout in any of the matches.
They've never required it per se.
They really don't need it. But maybe in the grand finals, we might see a timeout. Maybe from the side of Team 10-7, especially when you have the huge pressure that Team ASG could provide if they win this pistol round. And if they win this, this could be huge for the side of Team Asterisk, as they really need a lead at this point. Make sure not to make any mistake. Make sure to not let Team 10-7 use those mistakes as an advantage. Jump peaks will be made. Rage will try to apply some damage, but not a lot will be made. But it's all up to Yash This young gun right here who could make the opening, that could deliver Team Asterisk the win that they require.
Yes, couple of utilities. One being Boombot just to clear all those corners alongside the paint shell as well. Some really good utilities, to be very honest. At Kibo, he's all set for this, prepped up. He had the Dizzy in his hand and now he's going to utilize that. But the paint shell, it's for sure going to be towards the back. And right at the moment, Paradox, he has managed to shut down one player heading towards the side alongside the wingman as well. Close quarter fights, and in those, it's Paradox who reigns supreme against just one. UV bitten down into pieces. 1v1, and there goes the pistol round.
Yeah.
I was just, thinking. Still, the opportunity is there for the likes of attackers to get the pistol round, but unfortunately, all of those movements, they caught them off guard.
Yeah, they really did. Let's not forget, Smokes, Shock Dart, denying the wingman for the plant. AST's response towards the smoke was a triple peek, which it did work, but you forgot about Kibo from the backside.
Always forgets Kibo
The
from
line of
backside.
sight, when you have two lines intersect together, even if you're looking at the front, you always need to be careful about your back. And if you don't, that's basically checkmate.
Back rank checked is what I can say. Kohli, again, they have really good weapons, to be honest, compared to what the attackers have currently. And Kibo gets the first frag, the opening onto Rage. Rage has been performing so well for the likes of Asterisk, but not in this first specific round. Paradox shots all across, 80s in hand, gets a second frag, and this is quick. Salt to wounds, Icarus, nice shutdown, but again, the man count disadvantage is for sure gonna haunt Asterisk in this round. Specifically, upgrades available. Kibo right around the corner. He's just going to be playing for those trades and forcing things down the throats of the attackers. Tricky far range angle on point. One shot coming in from the Outlaw, but the response is really good. 911. But Kohli, that's a really good peek and a half. Shuts down Wave, gets the Outlaw because they know for a fact that the opponents are not going to have a really good time in the third round.
Yep, there goes your pistol round. There goes your round next to it. No timeouts being used from the side of Team Asterisk.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. In the first half. But yeah, it's 3-11. Team 10-7. Currently the ones who are facing the advantage here at the grand finals of the Showdown series. They're just one round away of securing match point on their enemy map.
Oh, there comes those shots, one by one. The defenders yet again stopping the attackers to go ahead and do something about it. A post plant being secured, but just two men stand in this situation. Kipo yet again good for another one. There comes Yui's response, and the globe of water is going to dissipate alongside the hopes of getting the first map. Asterisk. Right off the bat, it's going to be a very unconfident start from their end.
Yeah. Map number one, it is match point for Team 10-7. As the second map will be none other than Haven. The map where Team 10-7 just went 13-0 up against Team Amigos.
They decimated them.
Yeah,
They dismantled every situation thrown
you
at
can
them.
clearly see that on the first map as well on Abyss.
They're confident. And this might be that game changer moment. River, my god, he's been hitting his shots. Same goes for Rage as well. Both of them phenomenal players, but with that, I don't think so they can get those rounds. Yash needs to start functioning. Now again, he's trying his level best. Jumping, hitchhiking, reaching towards a height advantage, but Yui, the moment he spots that, he becomes River. He shuts him down as well. One by one, they are crumbling down. Control is not at all seen from their end as Rage, he finally swings and he never misses. We have seen him how good he is, specifically inside B. The role of being an anchor alongside the initiator, both play to perfection.
Spike planted.
Here comes the denial though from the shock dart Sova. Won't be able to catch its prey as it is post plant, making much more advantageous situation from the side of Team Asterisk. Thrash is available, so is the Cosmic Divide, which will be used instantly, providing a lot of problems towards their end. Here comes Thrash. They're waiting for the right moment for the Thrash to be destroyed. Okay, he just picks on at the right time. Paradox, he finds the one. Second will be made, and just like that, he's just the lone warrior. He will be destroyed as well. Paradox. 3 kills back to back, and just like that, the first map of the grand finals will come to an end. Team 10-7, 12-3 on a map Abyss, which is a map being picked by none other than Team Asterisk.
I'm speechless. Asterisk, they have performed really good in the past, specifically when it comes to the map of Abyss. But I know for a fact that they're still not going to be throwing in that towel right about now. They're going to give their 100%. Next map is going to be equally grueling for them, specifically when it comes to the terms where Amigos got a straight up 0 in that. And it was 10-7 just running ham. They were running mayhem, getting those rounds, and they were constantly functioning like a single unit. Now it all comes down to this. The second map, how well can Asterisk go ahead and play? But 10-7, what a beautiful way to start things. A really nice, confident start. And with this, if it keeps going forward, I believe landslide victory.
Yeah, a landslide victory, especially in the grand finals of this Showdown series. So let's take a look at the crucial moments as well, and relive the moments of the first map of Abyss. Team Asterisk, they did their job well. They tried their best efforts to hold their ground, but the way how Team 10-7 went in with almost most of their executes, the control of the doorway that connects towards mid, towards heaven, man, it was just Paradox all over, right? And also the teamwork that I've witnessed. Like every time, it's usually the players who are currently playing on tunnels would use their weapons to take out the doorways, but it wasn't Paradox who shot the door. It was his teammate who was slowly making his way towards the side, removing the door while Paradox was still concealed. His location wasn't even given away. And next thing you know, those 2 kills easily at the hands of Team 10-7.
10-7 has that perfect factor of element of surprise. And with that element of surprise, they have for sure taken down Asterisk in their own map pick. Right off the bat, whether it be Paradox, whether it be UV, whether it be entire squad, including Kibo. My god, the way they get the initiations done right dusted is just remarkable. And specifically, there was this one moment where Yash was going ahead and using his rocket launcher, aka the showstopper, and he was put down to rest immediately from the hands of Kohli itself. There comes the entire scoreboard, and it speaks volumes that one end you could see those trading potentials alongside those initial first bloods coming in from Paradox, and on the other end, Wave, being the controller, he has stood tall to this task alongside Rage and River. But Yash, his day has not yet started. Yeah. Same thing goes for Icarus as well. Both of these players are those master classes. And whenever it comes to those that element of surprise, both of them present the same thing, the same attributes. And if they don't work, they don't function, then things are going to get dicey for the likes of Asterisk.
Yeah. I still admire the perseverance from Wave. Especially there was that one crucial round. It was 1v4. He committed for a Cosmic Divide. Almost ending on a 1v1, which could have been in favor for AST. As we take a look at the MVP of this entire, the first map of the grand finals, and I'm pretty sure it's none other than Paradox. His lurk games as the controller was absolute. It was supreme. It was top notch, providing him the MVP of this matchup. 20 kills, 3 first kills, 4.2k damage, and 34% headshot.
Good stats all across. Now all they have to do is keep up the same pace. But Asterisk, they need to start figuring things out. Take a timeout or two. Understand what's going on. Assess the situation. Don't go all blatant and tackle the bull by its horn. Because if you do that with not having any strategy of, making it a perfect rodeo, then of course you're going to get those horns.
Yeah, they will. And now map number 2, Haven. I believe the stage is set. Even the red carpet already being placed for the bull to just sprint in towards the side. Maybe we could see Team Asterisk make an unbelievable comeback. Maybe we will see Team 10-7 once again display their pure sheer of domination on map number 2 Haven.
Well, true that. All of the speculations right after this small little break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to see you on the other side. Howdy folks, the first map is over. Especially when it comes to Abyss, the opponent's pick 10-7 is always that team who goes ahead and accomplishes the impossible and hence give themselves a lead. And now, Baba Gusta, what do you think? Second map, what will happen?
I mean, it's map number 2 Haven, so it's 10-7. I have nothing else to say. It's 10-7. They've already shown their massive domination towards on map number 1 Abyss. Maybe it could be the same thing on map number 2.
You know, post this, we were having a conversation, right? In the
Yeah,
beginning. Folks, do you remember? Baba Gusta just straight up goes like, Asterisk, they have a really big edge over 10-7. Really big edge.
Yeah, I mean, I said it mainly because Split is their powerful map, right?
Split is at the end now.
Yeah, it's at the end, and that's the main thing that I was worried about. It would have been helpful if it was at least on map number 2 or 3. Give them a fighting chance, but talking about Asterisk not being able to succeed on map number 1 Abyss, and now they're facing map number 2 Haven, which is in fact 10-7's main domain. How would they counter it? How would Asterisk come back in a 13-3 scoreline, if I remember properly, on the first map itself? Manifest.
Keep manifesting. And with that manifestation, we're going to look at the agent selections as well, right on our screen to understand the entire part of it. And there it comes. Yes, thank you so much. Asterisk, they're choosing yet again dual initiator composition 10-7. They are choosing the same. It's a mirror composition. Just the change is that UV, he's heading for the Cypher. On the opponent's end, it's Icarus with the KJ. Usually, KJ works out to be the best.
Yeah,
Usually it does, right?
Yeah.
But there's always a but to situation. And that but is that with all of that in sight, they need to somehow go ahead and be lethal against the opponents. I know why you're laughing. Please could you tell the audience, Baba Gusta?
I don't think I can say it on stream. I just cannot. But yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, especially when you have a KJ's abilities like lockdowns and alarm bots, which could be destroyed immediately from the shock darts of the Sova. So it's really powerful when you know exactly what kind of geometry and mathematics that you can do.
Okay.
I usually leave it to him with the max.
There's another calculation to it. There's another angle to it. Aftershock.
Aftershock, yes. How can I forget about Aftershock as well, which could directly dismantle the lockdown entirely. So you have so many multiple counters, and the best part about the whole lockdown is that it's always predetermined, especially on post plant. So right now, let's just not waste any time. Let's head on in towards map number 2 Haven. Asterisk not being able to succeed map number 1, and for team 10-7 securing map number 2 Haven means it is series point. Because it's 2-0 if they win. If they win is what I meant.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Baba Gusta.
It's just...
Give it some time. Let them understand. It says there are yet so many timeouts which needs to be taken.
I said it's a big if.
Big if.
It's a big if.
Here's the thing. If ifs and buts were coconuts, we would be having Christmas at this time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I have to, apply speed brakes. But yeah, once again, Factoid, it's good to see you again. I'm really, I really want to, like to listen to his opinion as well. But yeah, talking about the Factoid, Haven is unique in Valorant for having 3 bomb site A, B, and C, requiring teams to employ versatile strategies and maintain strong map control.
Hey, I've seen this somewhere. That's right, deja vu. You cannot copy paste the same thing. No. We need something good, Factoid. This is now going to bump up and make things interesting. All right, this is interesting. Both Asterisk and 10-7 have demonstrated exceptional prowls on Heaven in previous matches, setting the stage for a highly competitive encounter. But I don't think so. Someone has actually accomplished this, which is 13-0 in the entirety of the Showdown series.
Maybe this could be a different case scenario. As the pistol rounds will commence, so is the push towards Garage, where Team 10-7 needs to be prepped and prepared for this defense. Turns out there is an opening from Yash. Being able to secure an important frag is tricky. Will be down for the count.
Tricky, down for the count. It's a big loss for 10-7. The defenders, they're here to defend themselves. Yui, understanding the gravity of the situation, has him in the camera. If he wants to go ahead and flick it open, he can understand that the entire team is heading towards the side itself. The control is going to be imminent. And with that, the post plant coming in real soon. Icarus His hands are itching. He just wants to go ahead for the post plant, force the defensive side to say that you guys have just 40 seconds. And now with the entire setup and the trap being placed at the right corner, how can you go ahead and accomplish this is the question. Good paranoia and Kipu, my god, decimating one player who was there towards hell, unleashing the potential, the defenders, yet again, manpower advantage, even though all of them were low, they're gonna squeeze this round from the teeth of Asterisk. Oh my god.
Really great start coming in from Team Asterisk.
This reminds me of the second half pistol round that 10-7 went against Amigos. Same.
It's like flashbacks. For me, it's flashbangs. Like it's like I get like a huge white bright effect, and then I get teleported back to the previous matchup.
I believe you're having PTSD there.
No, it's just dude. It's white light. It comes back. It's basically not PTSD. It's just great memories.
Great memories.
That's how you create positivity, folks.
Okay. Great memories it is. And I'm hoping with this package, Asterisk, they can force this round and somehow get the scoreline to an equalizer or start to begin with. 3 players staring down. All right, make it 2. Kohli, smart lad, runs across. He knows that this situation is going to get dicey. So he's just calling quits.
Yuvi is just looking at the cams for now. Line of sights will be blocked, but the cameras will give enough information to know exactly if they're pushing in towards the site. And look at the angle, look at the info. Post plant will be made, and not a single player has been eliminated as of now.
UV, right out the bat, shutting down River. Close quarter battles as things have already forced upon towards the post plant. Yash. And again, the positioning looks sublime. Wave especially, he's there towards hell, but last time things did not work out to be the best. Paranoia is coming all across. Wave, right click. If it connects, it's going to be very lethal but tricky. Good shots coming all across. Yash just good for one. And one by one, the entire team yet again crumbles down to the weights of the defenders. Tricky, my god, what is that? It's like half diff and instantly dashes back. It's like, you take it. It's all right. You take it, man. Hunter's Fury is going to be vital for the next round.
The dash's duration was around like 0.5 seconds, so he had to commit to it. You know, it was like...
Especially when there's no opponents, yeah.
Yeah, especially when there's no opponents and, you know, it's a value ability, right? So he had to use it. Yeah, jokes aside, 2-0. I believe it is none other than Team 10-7 who will secure both the pistol round and also the round next to it. And my god, it kind of feels like history repeats itself. I just hope that it does not. You know, Asterisk, they are an amazing team, but they are just it's a David versus Goliath situation here, folks. It's a David versus Goliath.
Why did the spam not come across? I mean, the concussion was there, yes. But right after that, he should have taken a couple of shots because the orb has already been farmed. Hunter's Fury, eminent in this round. And it will be a game changer for the likes of 10-7. Asterisk, they need to stop all of these plays coming in from the opponents. And right off the bat, deny. Rage good angles, covered the entire mid part. And from there on, Yash, he's gonna head forward, shooting down the recon dart. Will give it a lot of information that the opponents, aka the attackers, they're heading towards mid to get the control.
Man, this is risky from Tricky. Using Outlaw in close range. As Rage will start to use his info dart to provide with some vital information, but Tricky is currently in a very bad spot. Paranoia to block lines of sight, and here comes the denial from Kohli. Information so good, and somehow with the wall banks, he's not the wall banks, just a pre-fire. Won't be able to secure the kill, but at least it provides an opening as UV's shots is just so pristine. Flashes will be made, but Kohli stays undeterred. As there is 2 kills coming in from Icarus. There is some hopes and dreams after all from the side of Team Asterisk, but not a lot. He's only left with 2 HP. And here is UV shattering the dreams away and providing yet another massive lead for Team 10-7.
The retake is so good. 10-7. UV specifically, aka Morningstar, he just sits towards heaven, waits for the entire execution, laughs at the opponents by going ahead and shooting one of them from his cameras, hence giving away their location. And those shots are such good follow-ups coming from his end. And mind you guys, he just had a sheriff in the previous round.
Yeah,
just a sheriff. All of those weapons have been retrieved from the opponents. No heavy investments coming in from the defender's side, except for whoever died in the previous round. Yes, they're going to be investing and getting those weapons, forcing the opponents to again go in for those guardians alongside sheriffs with half shields.
Man, such a risky situation for the side of Team Asterisk to be in. I mean, look at that. There's a headshot from you, from the Sova, forcing Yash on 64 HP, and not a single player has been removed out. The Owl Drone will just give such great information unless and until if the Jet location, his location is given away immediately, and Yash, he either has to escape or he needs to commit, and he chose the safest option.
Good bait. There goes one shock dart. One more remains. Close net corners. Icarus good for one. Can go ahead and upgrade his weapon as well. See long if the plant gets accomplished, then the Outlaw is going to see really good days. Paradox stuck in this situation where Yash is just going to punish them, but Kibo, he's still lingering around this whereabouts. Gets the third one as well. And from here on, it just seems like tough times.
Yeah, but the spike's been dropped though, so currently 10-7 has the advantage. And here comes the support from UV. Man, the distraction worked like a charm. And Kibo, he was just waiting for Morningstar. Have you ever seen a shooting star in broad daylight? Well, that's the example. Kibo just wished for his teammate to arrive back in the site, and you know what? His wish came true.
Guys, if your wish is to go ahead and get a really nice SSD which can fulfill all of your dreams, store data exceptionally well, give a really good speed as well, which is over 1050 megabits per second, then yeah, get those crucial SSDs, man. X9 Pro.
Yep.
It's amazing. Plug and play.
Absolutely.
You can use it on your phone as well, on your PC. So yeah, upgrades all across. But there's one thing which is not upgrading. The score line of the attackers, aka Asterisk, taking a timeout, assessing the situation. They have a couple more timeouts remaining, and I'm hoping that they utilize it to the best. Finally have the money to go ahead and buy those weapons. It's important, it's vital, alongside a couple of ultimates as well. Rage is a couple of ticks away, but Icarus, his lockdown available alongside the Bladestorm. Yash, even if he saves for this round and utilizes his Bladestorm, he can somehow forge some weapons, man.
Yeah. And also for the viewers watching the stream, we also have a giveaway of 1x 1000 Valorant points. All you have to do is type in the live chat !Valorant to get yourself registered and have a chance. There's also another giveaways in the Instagram socials, but right now, let's just come back and resume round number 5. With the timeouts being in play, hopefully Asterisk, they'll be getting their mind reset. But will this reset be helpful, or will it be Team 10-7 continuing their reign of terror?
Oh boy, Paradox, way too close. Little does he know, there are like 5 kunai knives just facing towards him, and Rage, really good pick right off the bat. HP low, it doesn't matter. They have the man count advantage. Rolling Thunder being utilized as well, forcing the opponent's hands, and look at the follow-up. Really good. Sublime. The capitalization. There is a good trade. And yes, the situation all of a sudden is dicey for Asterisk as they're down to the last counting member. Wait a second, was it utilized? Yes, the neural theft is in effect. The last man standing, Tricky, what can he do? Weapons needs to be swapped. He has an operator and he's staring right down. One shot would have just made it accurate, but Rage with mere 31 HP, making it 37, he still manages to clutch this thing out.
Rage against the tides of time, and with Asterisk being able to secure this important round will give them some hopes and dreams in the first half of Map Haven. They desperately needed this win, and they will eventually get it.
It's attack-sided, man.
Yeah.
Attack-sided map, Haven. And of all of the rounds, they have gotten the 5th one. They need to convert the scoreline to an 8-4 in order to have a really good time towards the defensive side. But seeing that the opponents are 10-7, it is near to impossible. Max it can go is 6-6.
There is a high likelihood chance where a 6-6 could happen in the first half. First shot from Rage misses. Kohli will stay alive and provide maximum information from the owl drone, indicating that the players were making their way towards B and now they're repositioning quickly. Hopefully Rage will be able to find somebody. It's been blocked from the paranoia, making it much more difficult to provide information. And the pressure is on from Garage and also on C-Long as well.
Yet again, withdrawing from all of those fights. They have the turret towards the window. So the last moment, if they want to head towards mid, and if the turret is still alive, they can do that. 40 seconds on clock. And Tricky, prior to this, he got a bit too excited towards A main to understand what the entire situation is. But I don't think so. He's going to buy all of those shenanigans coming in from the attackers. Heading all the way head first towards site E as Kibo already spots where the opponents are entering towards. This is a big blunder. Potentially can be a clutch moment for Asterisk if they play those cards right. But unfortunately, Yash, he bites the dust. One by one, they are being picked right clean. Last man standing. He's stuck towards Garage. Unfortunately, he needs to fix 4 tires and Tricky was right there.
Man, oh man.
A was a viable option. It was the best possible option for them to go ahead and execute towards. But the last moment, second guessing move coming in from their end tipped the entire scale off. Kibo was already towards mid, assessing what is going on, not even raffling with the turret. Mind you guys, if he did that, the information would have been known. He played it to perfection, hence forcing the opponent's hands yet again. Just getting sheriffs. Wow.
Man, it's just sheriffs after sheriffs. And look at the information though from the Sova. The recon dart being able to provide such great info. Being able to detect the jet, the duelist. Jump peaks will be made. River knows that there is an operator playing all the way deep towards A long. He's not going to commit to it, or maybe they will commit with the help of the fault line. But Tricky still has the dash in hand, so is the block. Will we see him go with a very risky peek? Yes, he does. And Yash capitalizes on it.
That's right. Gets the weapon of destruction, 4,700 credits down the drain. And Kohli is right around the corner. The smoke dissipates and the shots are going to be accurate. Kohli shutting the opponent down. Kibo, mid-control still seized. Last 2 players remaining and they're still making their way towards side A where Kohli, he's stuck towards that pickled up situation and he's been taken right off. Weapon upgrades. With those weapons, what can they brew? Nothing. Nothing at all. As the resistance of 10-7 is always on point.
On point and undefeated. Except for one round, of course. 6-1. Team 10-7. Their dominance is just that they're just not going to stop. They'll never stop. And even with almost all of the abilities available from the side of Team Asterisk, Hunter's Fury, Lockdown, even Rolling Thunder, is it more than enough to secure at least the site? Because they haven't been to a post-run situation before, especially from AST.
It's more than enough, to be honest, but Kohli, look at him. Shuts the Hunter's Fury down, now committing yet another one of his own. Yash, in the middle of all of that. Good frag coming in, shutting down Tricky. And it's a post-plant, Kohli towards heaven. How well can he play this? Lockdown in effect from the attacker's side.
Yeah. Still have the aftershock. River is going to commit to it, forcing the players from the backside, ensuring that the Heaven's Peak won't be theirs. The paranoia will be made, but Yash, he won't be able to get in the effects of the paranoia. Drop down will be made. So is the perfect flash from the breach. There is still a chance for AST as it's just 2 players left, but Paradox somehow gets away with 2 more of his own. It's all up to the breach. where Kibo, very low on HP, and Wave will get it. Triple kill from Wave, and for Asterisk, they'll be able to secure yet another round on Map Haven.
Finally, the explosive start did work out for the best. And good trades this time around. Setting every single one of them perfectly. That was a checkmate move coming in the previous round. But it's the momentum that they need to keep in check. Keep it steamrolling forward. As the opponents, they're not going to sit quietly. Second round already given away, and they've had like that moment, right? Wait, how did we do that? What kind of mistakes did we make? And they've already assessed all of that. Yash getting the quick control towards side C, and the entire team is here for the post plant.
Yes, indeed. Post plant once again. Asterisk. They've got the momentum. And here comes the rolling thunder from Kibo that could make a disastrous effect. Tricky. Somehow dodging bullets like he's Neo in the Matrix. He gets away with one. And just like that, the entire side controls is theirs, but you still have to worry about the line of sight. They need to deny it. Here comes Kohli, deep towards C Long as he tries to apply pressure.
Icarus, he's the moment changer right here. Gets a couple of frags. He was still heading towards garage. And all of a sudden, it's an ordeal to go ahead and clutch this round. Towards the Cubby region, there is Kibo. His HP way too low, and Rage. The pre-fires are gonna work. And there comes the third round. Wow, Icarus. Till the very end, this is the first time I'm seeing Rage smile. You know, whenever they used to win rounds, he had a poker face. He gets 3 frags, he gets 4 frags, he still had the poker face, knowing that it is that bit difficult. And the job's not yet done.
Yeah, it's not. And thanks to Icarus's 3 kills that changed the entire tide of the round, we can clearly see that Asterisk's momentum continues to grow. As once again, the attempt of an execute will be imminent. From the shadows will be used for a quick execute towards A, but UV, he's just playing it safe. His location isn't given away yet, but now he does. Icarus ensures that none of those risky plays will be in play. Post plant once again, this time Asterisk once again in advantage.
Advantage, that's right. 5-man squad, strong. One by one, whoever comes through, they're just falling right off. Like a leaf in autumn. Last man standing, Kohli. He's swinging around. Last time things did not go right. There's a resistance coming in from the back as well. The Bulldog is not going to see better days than just that. And Team Ace, just like that. 4th on board. 6-6 is the best possible start for the likes of Asterisk. Judging by the way they were losing rounds consecutively, finally stepping up to such good tasks of forcing the opponent's hands for broken buys in the previous round. Now they have the money, it's going to be pouring in, they can go for some really good weapons, and that's what 10-7 wanted at the beginning itself.
They could end the first half on a 6-6, which will be a good note for the side of Team Asterisk. Port line once again from Kibo to try to stall some time and maybe provide a little bit of fear. Maybe there might be a player who is patiently waiting in towards sewers, but maybe there's a double peek that could happen.
Good callouts. Really good callouts, Babagusta. Owl drone in hand, but it was not utilized. Checking on those corners with dry peek. Kibo, so confident with his aim, man. Wins the duel against the Sentinel, Icarus, and Yash. If he's thinking that side B is going to be easy for him to access, mind you guys, it's impossible because the close-knit honeycomb structure, which has already been created by 10-7, aka the defenders, they're yet again going to get that man count advantage. And with that, just 2 players remain, Rage and Wave. What can they do?
Yeah, they're the only 2 players left. Time is running out. They need to make their play. And with the whole line of sights being covered up, even if they do make a push in towards B, they're basically gone. Recon for info. They have to go in for a dry peek. They find one, but not the second. Tricky and Paradox. They'll get the job done.
Could not see Paradox that much in this particular map, but he's been doing his due diligence, man. Smokes, Paranoias all on point, and the dry peaks. My God, Kippo. How does he bring all of that confidence? Man, if I do the same thing, the opponent turns into tens.
30 seconds left.
And he puts me to past tense.
And me future tense.
Wow, Baba Gusta. All right.
Yeah.
I like it though. I like it. So what do you do heading towards the future tense?
Grow old and still play video games? Maybe.
Rage against the dying of the games, huh?
Yeah. But although for Asterisk, last
round.
round of the first half,
Yep.
they've got to get this win. You can clearly see that the Blade Storm from the Jet has also been used from Yash, so will be the game maker change. Owl Drone, information's given, Tricky in a matter of
So
big
adamant.
trouble. Yeah, he had the advantage, but here comes the Hunter's Fury. Would be able to catch two players.
collateral.
Oh boy, the destruction is imminent. As Kohli just finds out two in the early rounds.
Blaze Storm activated from both the ends. Tricky. He has activated it, but he's not utilizing it. He has a really good weapon to create that distraction and a good paranoia. Sorry, good repositioning coming in for Paradox, but eventually he fades away. The Shrouded Steps, it just works wonders. Shots fired, Kohli missed right across. But this time, if Kohli wins against Icarus, the resistance is not going to help that much. Wave, good for a trade. Mid-control is there for the likes of Asterisk. But they're heading towards Site C, where the entirety of the setup is just waiting, giving away the location of the opponent. Tricky anime battle, and he wins that. The second one, and Yui shuts him down. Wave could not even go in for the post plant. Alongside, let go. The final round of the first half has ended in a scoreline of 8-4. Not 9-3, so no more curses coming into effect. And 10-7, they're confident as always. Whenever they head towards the attacking side, they know how to swing. Every time the rotations have been sublime from there, and that's how they could beat and defeat Amigos. With the 2-0.
I mean, it's not 2-0 just yet, right? And like I said, especially like once we started off the stream as well, we did say it's a big if, right? It's a big if. Team Asterisk, come on, they still have a chance.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They still have a chance. I mean, the whole match is not over yet. Fault line once again, info from the drone. And Yash, this is good.
Good pick.
Really good pick. Tricky down for the count.
Even though Cypher Cage was activated, Yash just knew where to hit the shots. It's just like pre-aim, bam, get the headshot, man count advantage. 10-7. Same situation last time where Yash had an early initiation, but ultimately who won?
It was Tricky.
Here.
It was 10-7.
Oh, yeah.
Tricky died right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. Yes. 10-7.
Shock dart, the second one might be the demise, but there comes a whiff. Yash has been capitalized upon. Both the sides, no more duelists. And Kohli, look at him, so quick. Knows that he needs to reposition, head towards the side. Rage, still there like an anchor. Gets the first one, the second one as well. The Paradox, the Shrouded Steps, the repositioning on point. Can go in for a potential post plant, but 3 players are still remaining from the defender's end. Kohli, he needs to hit his shots. Currently sitting towards Graffiti, he's aggressively peeking in and repositions himself towards the Cubby region. Kohli can go big, gets the first one, the second one is right there at the doorstep. And River, he's running across, bunny hops all around, and Paradox, last man standing, swings and flicks. Swats River away like he was the ball in squash.
Maybe a ball in cricket too. No, Kohli was there too.
Yeah, Baba Gusta. I mean, I don't know why I did not get that. Oh, next time I'm going to take all the reference from your end.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
I have to say, the way how Kohli swings, right? Like, especially the duel between Icarus, Kohli just swung in twice and somehow he gets away safely.
If
Right?
it was Kohli, I would have actually told the cricket metaphor.
You should go for it.
Yeah, next time for sure. Next time for sure. All right, moving in. The first pistol round is already gone.
And 10-7, still in the lead.
In the lead alongside the man count as well. My goodness. Guardian brought right in. 10-7. Well, they're just running away, getting more frags, and they're just growing like a mammoth now. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It's all about those trades. It's all about those frags, and Icarus just good for one. Last man standing. Martial shots are whiffing nonetheless. Paradox. A good shot to the temple. And there comes a full stop right at the center of the eyes.
10-4. It's 10-7 once again. And also, folks who are watching the stream as well, don't forget about the giveaways. 1x 1000 Valorant points. All you have to do is type in !Valorant in the YouTube live chat and stand a chance to win those amazing prizes.
Sir, you're enrolling yourself by typing !Valorant. And later on, whoever is going to be the lucky winner, they'll get 1000 VP points.
Yep.
There they are.
Okay.
Right, fault line once again. Rage forcing to fall back as their attempts from 10-7's execute towards A will be imminent. So you can clearly see the heavy rotates that are being made from the side of Team Asterisk. All of the utilities from KJ has been placed around from B and C, B Alarma bot, and the turrets from C. So even if they do make a decision for a quick rotate, they'll be able to hold their ground. But looks like they've been put to a halt. 10-7. They're just trying to create distractions that would hopefully be able to take the bait, and that bait might not work out.
Oh, it did not work out for the best. Couple of frags comes through. 10-7. Man count disadvantage. Icarus towards garage. Playing in perfect smoke. And if he gets lucky, well, you never know. UV might be that lad who wants to get the control towards mid or just create chaos, and you might catch him off guard. The entire team heading towards site C now via garage, and Icarus is just waiting around the corner, knowing that this might be the push coming in. He's jumping all across, gets the first one, gets the second one, but the third one is not going to be that easy. Paradox, last man standing, and he's still making things possible. He has from the shadows, he can reposition himself as his resistance is coming through. The defenders reaching towards the site, they are both healthy. And if they want to force a trade against Paradox, they need to do it right about now, not isolate those fights, and that's what Rage does. Swings and gets a shot to the temple, hence going in for the defuse, getting the 5th round on board.
Yeah, this was necessary. A necessary win for Asterisk, as they really need to keep their morale. If they keep losing rounds like this, then we can clearly see Team 10-7 securing series point and also having a higher chances to win map number 3 as well. So they have to be careful. Take a look at the scoreboard as well. 12 kills to Yash, 15 kills to Kibo and Kohli. Balanced, as all things should be.
Initiators, man, look at them. So happy with 15 kills. I wonder what mistakes Asterisk are making. And the mistakes are for sure affecting a lot. Yash can go ahead and farm the orb, but Rage, he's farming kills, shutting down the arch nemesis Kohli. That's a good frag, early pick. And desperate times, desperate measures is what we can see. And 7, currently just at mid, relaxing, understanding the situation as one of the initiators are already gone. Who's going to provide the information? Who's going to flush the opponents out via the shock darts? It's not going to be possible, but Yui, good swing, gets a perfect frag, hence the entry towards side B, but the retake is very easy towards this side. I'm hoping they're not going in for a post plant.
Yeah, this is a risky side to go in for the plant because you also need to worry about the player's line of sight. That's the problem on the B side.
Why would you choose the spot to begin with? B, you're prone for so many apex predators that there are. Asterisk, especially from C-Link, from A-Link, anyone can barge right in and take you right off the bat. And the height advantage, the verticality that Asterisk is going ahead and providing, it's amazing. Updraft, reach towards the Jenny region, just wait for the opponents to peek right in. And UV, Morningstar, last man standing, he thought that he can clutch the situation. There comes a big no.
Yeah.
With the man standing 8 feet tall.
It's not B to blow, it's B to come back. It's not a good idea for an execute towards B, especially when you have those two lines of sight. And talking about Asterisk, this is exactly the lead that they need. Information from the Omen. No, they have it now, and a good support from River. Taking out the main cause of the threat. As the shorty has been gone, so is the controller. They still got to worry about the players from the side of 10-7. Even though if they have the sheriffs in hand, their marksmanship is just truly great to look at. And you can clearly see it from Tricky's perspective. Immediate backouts will be made. The trades from River would help. So is the Rage's headshot. They have the weapon advantage, but you still have Kohli.
Last man standing.
Still alive, but not for long. Icarus gets it, and so is Asterisk's lead. Slowly growing in size, 10-7.
All right, the money was not a great sign in the previous round for the likes of 10-7, and now finally they have the money. Just one player chipping out on things, that is Kibo. But we have seen this lad, he's mad, trust me. He knows how to hit those shots, try peek, whatnot. And for sure, he's gonna make the opponent sweat. Asterisk, the defense side, it's currently looking a tad bit better. The attack was not. Getting those rounds were very vital, very crucial, but Paradox, he utilizes from the shadows, went towards the enemy lines, thinking that he's going to be the smart lad out there, but unfortunately, there are some really good trades coming in, one by one. The repositioning equally good. Wave, shrouded steps, but the trades are just right across. Kohli is stuck in a 1v2 situation where both the players, they're healthy. They have good utility as well. And yeah, the last man standing, Kohli, he has nothing but just a dream to clutch this out, and he does it! A clutch coming through! 10-7! A round which was impossible to do. They have made it possible. And all thanks to Kohli swinging his bat right across from every single corner.
There it is.
Gets those frags alongside that wonderful masterclass gameplay.
Yep, 2 frags from Kohli, a risky decision, but a well-deserved win.
He knew one player is vulnerable. He's on his owl drone. It's going to take him time to come out of the animation. My God, the calculation that Kohli does within clutch situations. It's just like 5 seconds to think.
Yeah.
And usually people, what they do is whenever they go for a WOD review, they hit pause button. They go like, audience, you have 5 seconds. Go ahead and decipher what needs to be done here.
It's like, find Waldo. Where is he?
No, not Waldo exactly.
No.
Find how to cluster.
I understood.
Round.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yes.
Find how to cluster round, and there it is. Kohli, he does not even need the pause button. He just understood one player vulnerable, the other player might be watching his back. But unfortunately, that did not happen. It was that isolation. And with that, divide and conquer always works out for the best. History is an example of it.
Yep. There's always pros and cons of using an owl drone. It's basically a great utility for providing information, but also creates a weakness of its own, especially when your backs are turned. Especially when you don't know the rest of the player's information. That could cause a lot of problems. It's 11-7, 10-7. The first frag itself from Paradox. And they're just not going to put a stop to it. Fault line just forces the players all the way from the backside. They will commit for a post plant in B. What is their response now?
Tricky, that's a really good angle. Gong area completely fortified. And if someone pushes from this area, Yash, he might be lucky. That bit, no, right clicks, it works! And he upgrades his weapon. From a classic to sheriff, the journey has been really good, but it needs to keep moving forward. They need so many rounds. And as the time is ticking away, there's one player who can go ahead and do something more devious. That's right, the Hunter's Fury comes into effect, gets a couple of frags, 2 players remain, and the resistance from the likes of the attackers is massive, is insane. Keep on. My God. Way to watch your friend's back, man. Way to watch it. Lovely.
Remember the duel that we saw Tricky lose the fight? Remember, he didn't have Vandal. He only had Blade Storm.
That's how you go ahead and do.
Exactly. So when you won the duel, guess what? Jet didn't have the weapon upgrade of the Vandal. He had the Sheriff. So how would you contest those long-range fights now?
By getting a really good shot from his kunai lives.
Exactly, but turns out the Blade Storm didn't quite work out though for him, especially in towards Gong, and here comes a response though from Rage as the pre-fire works like a charm, but you still have Tricky. The speed, momentum will not stop. Even with the paranoia blocking lines of sight, you still have UV from the back to remove them, and another wall bang, and just like that, we clearly get to see Team Asterisk just falling apart.
They're in bits and pieces. Yash, good for one. It's still a possible situation where Asterisk, they can clutch this one, forcing the opponents to head towards comfort zone. Last man standing, Kohli. He's heading towards the back lines, and I'm glad it was not a post plant. Because if it was, Kohli would have lost all the possession. He was forced to exit from that situation. And Morningstar, he was dumbfounded. Checking all of those corners, and the defenders still do not know where Kohli is. If Kohli hitchhikes and reaches towards A yet again, it's going to be the movement. A beautiful nonetheless coming in from his end. And he's doing the same thing. Heading towards site A as the enemy team, that is the defender, they're still deciphering where can the last man be. Kohli here for the masterclass play. And finally, the defenders have deciphered this entire situation. Heading towards the site, they're very close. Kohli needs to go in for a post plant right about now. He does that. And how well can he defend himself is the question. Owl drone at dispose, but no, Yash right around the corner, gets the flick, and with that, the 8th on board.
Asterisk, just one more mistake and they're done. One single mistake and they're just, it's done. 10-7 are at the point of victory here. When they win match number 2, it will be series point for them. And map number 3, Ascent, which is a map being picked from Asterisk, that will be their final ray of hope.
They're really good in Ascent as well.
Yeah.
That's 10-7.
So 10-7 is really great on all maps at this point.
That's the thing. They're so versatile as a team.
Placing swarm grenade.
And with that, it opens up a lot of room for the opponents to, go ahead and decipher things. But again, ultimately, they're still going to fall into that trap that, yes, the opponents can do it better. Tricky! He knew where Wave is going to be. The height advantage did not work out to be the best. And Icarus finally shuts him down. The first frag was good. Hence the smoker is out of the picture. But the duelist, doesn't matter. The flash needs to be on point. Kibo, but swings. Icarus gets another frag. Couple of plays remain. And the possession, the control of the spike towards the site.
Asterisk, they're not giving this fight just yet. The aftershock will catch UV, forcing Paradox in a 1v2 situation once again. Very low on HP, 30. Needs to secure the shot. He finds one, but here comes another peek. And it's none other than Icarus to provide yet another round win. 3 rounds remain for Asterisk, as they are trying their level best to put this match on overtime.
Oh, yes. Broken buys all across. I'm not liking the odds. Whenever all of these weapons get unlocked from 10-7's end, there is mass destruction coming in. As the round commences, in just about now, 1 minute 39 seconds, Tricky mid-control, couple of players just waiting. But what was that shot? Wait a second. All right, he was blinded. That's the reason he could go for that flick. But Tricky, good for the first one, gets the weapon upgrade, and he's just going to play around with the weapons of the opponent. Gets the second one. Rage, trade is there. And one by one, Asterisk, they're crumbling, they're tumbling apart, the attackers with the blink. As Tricky gets 4 kills of his own and the round clutch as well. My God. And I told you, All of these weapons coming in from the likes of 10-7, it's always mass destruction. And it happened.
Even on thrifty rounds, even on broken buys, 10-7 are just here to just spread chaos all over the place.
Why invest in a weapon when the opponents already have invested on them? All you have to do is kill them, take the weapon and go in. Big brain moves.
Big brain moves coming in from 10-7 as they will secure another map, securing series point of the grand finals.
That's right.
Let's take a look at the crucial moments as well on the second map of Haven, where there was a slight problems from the side of Team 10-7, where they had a lot of problems in the second half. Because from the side of Team Asterisk, they weren't giving up. They always put up a fight.
They did, man. They did. Kudos, Asterisk. Especially losing in your own map and then later on having such a good approach. It was amazing to watch, but again, their fuel is just gassing right out. They're going in for their reimbursement currently in order to fill in again that energy, the surge to win at least a map or two. I mean, I'll be a huge fan of Asterisk if they force things towards a final map that is Split. I'll be a big fan of them. Till now, the performance has been really good, but I believe they matched their match.
Yes, indeed. And on map Ascent, a map that is picked by Team Asterisk, will be their final chance to secure at least the first place, at least secure at least one map win.
Redeem themselves.
Redeem themselves.
Yeah.
It's a chance of redemption. 10-7, they're the Goliath. They won't put a stop to it. They'll keep moving forward and ensure that victory would be in their hands. As you take a look at the scoreboard once again, 13-9, 13 for Team 10-7. That's 2 maps in their pockets. 20 kills for Kohli, 18 kills to Yash.
There's still a ray of hope. All they have to do is keep their best foot forward in the map of Ascent. And yeah, in specifically this map, which just got over, which is Haven, they did perform, man. Not gonna lie, they did perform. They gave that really good competition against 10-7, where 10-7, they stood up to the task, 13-9, as we all can see. River, first game, he was performing well. Second game, he could not perform his heart's out. So that needs to be switched around. But Kohli on the other end, being the initiator, him alongside Kibo, both of them, man, they were phenomenal. Whereas Tricky, at the end of it, he woke up. He's like, wait a second, how dare you guys steal my spot towards number 1? I'm also going to step up. I'm going to perform. And he did, especially when it comes to those duels moving in towards the last round. Just widely exploiting to the side B and then just waiting for the defenders to fill in the gaping hole. Kohli, he's going to get the MVP of the previous map. And yeah, super excited to see what will come next.
Yeah, clutch master. Kohli with 20 kills, 3 first kills, and of course 3.9k damage. Man, oh man, he was everywhere. Initiators, he was always on the top of the MVP as well. And yeah, map number 3 will be an exciting match to look after because map number 3 is Ascent.
Ascent, super important, super vital for the likes of Asterisk, as they're already at the verge of losing this entire BO5. They need to win the next following one. The pressure is on. And if the pressure is going to stay like this, right, and they don't release it, there's no chance for them to go ahead and do something big, because 3-0 and the loss is right there. All of this time, the journey, guys, the journey has been so good for Asterisk. They did lose towards the upper bracket, hence moving in towards the lower, and from there on, they kept on grinding till the end, reaching towards the grand finals. And from here on, we expect them to go ahead and get at least a map or two, force things towards Split, where yesterday things went to Split, a 9-3 came in, and right after that, a good clutch moment, which was amazing from their end. So against Amigos, if they can play so well, then I'm hoping that they can do the same thing and replicate the performance against 10-7 as well.
Yeah, and exactly what happened after the map 2 of 10-7, Factoid was really silent. We didn't see any facts.
Yeah, Factoid.
Most of them, what happened to Factoids? I mean, Factoid was just giving us wisdoms after wisdoms of experience, knowledge. Next thing you know, we do get to see 10-7 make that, a performance known on a map. And next thing you know, Factoid is like, It's a three-sided map. Haven, A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And Factad was like, you can't see me, and he just disappeared out of nowhere. But yeah, on a serious note, I have to say, for Team 10-7, one more map win, and they'll be the champions of this series, basically dethroning the ex-champions of Asterisk.
Yeah, dethroning Asterisk. It's not even a task for them. To be very honest, they're doing it flawlessly. I mean, they are facing some hiccups, that's true. But with those hiccups as well, they're able to bounce back right at them. So, well, let's just take a small little break and give Asterisk the time, the room to breathe and understand what needs to be done in the next one. See you on the other end. Don't go anywhere.
Hello guys, this is Ikam Sai from Gossip.tg, and with me I have Paradox from 10-7. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great right now.
So let's just start with the questions. How did you start playing Valorant and what drew you to the competitive scene?
So like I've been playing Valorant since it was in closed beta where there were no even Asian servers at that time. So I've been since the beta, I played on Europe servers. Honestly, I just dived into the Valve because I've been too familiar with the FPS games. So I was maybe this is just another cakewalk for me. So that's why I dived in.
So the next question I'm gonna ask you is, how have you prepared for this specific tournament?
So basically, like I have no definition of any preparation or something. But we made the team a few hours before registration ended, and we are like, "Chalo guys, abhi tum log ko main dikhata hu. I'll just play, khelte." Matlab everyone is young gun in this team, pretty much known honestly. So we just made a mixed team here right now.
Okay. What are your personal goals and aspirations within the Valorant competitive scene?
My personal goals and aspirations are to represent India on an international stage and a global stage and prove something that is not possible for a long time right now in PC FPS gaming, that we are not competent enough. But I do believe we have the capacity, the skill set, this whole country, and there are a lot of talents, and I want to prove that yes, I am one of them, and I'm also trying myself that to bring up the community and also those youngsters who have those talent, nurture them stuff.
Next question I'm gonna ask you is, what do you believe contributes to the strong chemistry within your team?
Honestly, it's the in-game and out-game. Both stuffs are very much important. Considering your relationships and bonds with the other players, your mates outside the game also translates in-game as well. And also while being a part of the game, your tendencies on how you play, like on aggressive, passive, like the clutch competence, or even bhai ko kaise mara trading style, that kind of thing. A lot of things do contribute to the factor of mystery in game, but honestly the most underrated thing being the outside of the game, how much good you gel up with your teammates and how you bond frequently.
So now comes the segment of rapid questions. We have to answer this or that. Okay, so let's just start with it. Phantom or Vandal?
Vandal.
Ascent or Bind?
Ascent.
The EMEA circuit or the China circuit?
China circuit.
Booster or FNS as an IGL?
As an IG booster.
Okay. Prime 4-second or Prime texture?
Prime 4-second.
Okay. The Champions Karambit or the RGX Karambit?
Champions Karambit.
Prime Loud or Prime DRX?
Prime Loud.
Yeah, Prime Loud or Prime DRX?
Prime Loud.
The current EDG roster or the Prime Optic roster?
Prime Optic.
Neon pre-nerf or Chamber pre-nerf?
Neon pre-nerf.
And the last question, of course, Reaver Vandal or Koronami Vandal?
Koronami.
So guys, this was Paradox from 10-7, and I'm really happy to have you around, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
See ya.
Hello guys, this is Ikam Sai from Gossip.tg, and with me I have River from Asterisk. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great.
Without further ado, let's start with the questions. How did you start playing Valorant, and what drew you to the competitive scene?
Started playing Valorant just after CS. I heard about Valorant, like it's coming out, new tactical shooter, got into it with my friend. ASTERISK, shout out to him. He's the one I started with. And as we kept playing, kept getting better, we got to know about the competitive scene, kept on growing, and we got into it. Never looked back.
That's really great. The next question I'm gonna ask you is, what are your personal strengths as a player? How do you contribute to the team's success?
I think personally, adaptability is my utmost strength. I think I can adapt to any role, any agent, anything that my team wants from me. And I think I feel like for the team it's pretty important to have one guy like that.
So the next question I'm going to ask you is, how do you manage the pressure of competing in a tournament?
Mostly it involves just straight up belief, like just dumb belief in yourself, your team, and the practice you've put into your skill. That's it. That just handles the pressure. It's nothing else. And keep drinking water, man.
The next question I'm going to ask you is, what challenges have you faced as a team and how have you overcome them?
Most major challenges, finding the perfect first five for the Asterisk project. That's been a bit dicey over the months, but it's all right. I think we've overcome it. You guys will see it on Twitter and overall. In our next tournaments, you will see us dominating even more. TEC is our home ground, man. Like this Showdown series, this is the 4th time we're playing, and this will be the 4th time we'll win it this season.
That's
So
really
see.
great.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it, and that takes us to the next segment. That is of rapid questions, this or that. I'm going to ask you a series of this or that questions, and you have to just tell us what you feel like it. Okay? First one thing I'm going to ask is Phantom or Vandal?
Phantom.
Prime Demon 1 or Prime Aspus?
Honestly, Prime Aspus.
Boaster or FNS as an IGL?
Boaster any day.
Gen G or Paper X?
My heart goes to Paper X, but on paper Gen G. I think I'll choose Paper X. I love them.
Okay.
I love each and every one of them.
Outlaw or Marshall?
Marshall.
Askerosi or Deathmaker?
Deathmaker. DMY.
Prime 10s or Prime Ye?
Prime 10s, man. No one can beat him, bro. That shouldn't be a question. I'm offended. Prime 10s, bro. Any day.
That's
If I say
really good.
if I say otherwise, ASTVF will be on my case every night, every day.
The current EDG roster or the Prime Optic roster?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I hate NA EDG roster.
Okay.
I love when they come up like Chinese Valorant are like on
Okay.
top, like they come up with some shit. And I love watching it.
And last but not the least, my favorite question, Reaver Vandal or Koronami Vandal?
Okay, Kuronami Vandal
Alright, that's great. That's really
for
great.
my goat Yashara. Yes,
This was Reaver from Asterisk, and it's really a pleasure to have you around. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Follow me on Twitter, guys. RiverVal0. Bye, guys.
Well, thank you so much, Harry, for those rapid fire questions for Paradox alongside River as well. Well, it has been a pleasure to have them. To be very honest, they've already added like 4 stars to this entire tournament, especially 2 stars for their own, that is Sense 7. Asterisk, how well can you perform in your own pick yet again is the question. The break is off, and I want to see Asterisk steamrolling forward, Baba Gusta.
Yep. Map number 3 will be their final chance to, keep the spot up and running. But for Team 10-7, this is their map to be crowned as the champions of this Showdown series. And it will be none other than Map Ascent, a map that has been picked by none other than Team Asterisk. So we might see a lot of major changes. We could see a lot of clutch moments that could happen on this vanilla map that's called as Ascent.
Well, they need to just figure out one thing, how to stop the entire team, especially getting the mid control. It's going to be super vital, super important, specifically when it comes to this map. And we have all seen Paradox. He has been that man who keeps running haywire, even though he's playing the role of controller. That's nice. But even while being the controller, he is playing so well. Lurk games on point, specifically once he was Astra in the map of Abyss, and moving forward, the Omen, Paranoia on point, alongside Shrouded Steps. The repositioning was phenomenal. But UV, I believe he is doing justice as well, being the Sentinel. The control is coming from his end. He's stopping all of those lurk gameplays coming in from the opponents, especially Icarus. Whenever he steps up to the task, he does deliver. But every single time, whenever he gets shut down, right, the entire team just feels one thing. Oh my God, now they have the access towards B and C because those turrets were placed in C alongside the alarm board towards B itself. So all of those answers, questions, the situations, they were not able to deal with it properly. But in the opponent's pick, Asterisk played so well. And that's one of the things which I really love them about.
Yeah, map number 1, Abyss, they just clearly showed a statement from the side of Team 10-7. They were like, oh, it's a nice map pick. You've picked Abyss, well, guess what? We won. Map number 1. It's all theirs. Second map, sure, there was a lot of great contestants, which was made from the side of Team Asterisk. A well-deserved win. But also when it comes to consistency, it was none other than Team 10-7 who ended up emerging victorious thanks to their maximum amount of experience that they have gained on numerous amount of years, right? Even on the map like Haven, Map Ascent, it will be a difficult task for Team Asterisk to pull this off, winning not only map number 3 Ascent, but also on map number 4, which could help a lot of chances for the deciders, which will be on Split. Split is really important for Asterisk, as we clearly did get to see on those previous matches, with them being so powerful, especially with the Yash making some incredible plays. But yeah,
see, at the end, Split is towards the very, very end.
it's like all the way at the ends
All
of
the way pushed back.
pushed back to the deciders.
Bye-bye. And just like all of these teams, it's only 10-7 alongside Asterisk on our screens, guys, if you did not notice that. These are the two teams remaining in this tournament, and finally there'll be just one name at the end of this. So Ascent, super important, super vital alongside Bind as well. That's going to be the follow-up coming in. And then later on is the time for Split. So both of them needs to be played perfectly from the likes of Asterisk in order to go ahead for their 5th map. But let's just talk about the agent selections. And I believe it's going to be a mirror composition coming in. But there's slight change always coming in from those Sentinel ends. One side KJ, the other side it's going to be, of course, Cypher.
Cypher. Yeah, it's just Cypher everywhere. And 10-7, they will always lock in on their favorite Sentinel Cypher, which allows with some great plays, informations.
Yeah.
It's just, once you get that information, it's basically game over, right? In those certain situations. Yeah, don't mind me. Even I also made a lot of mistakes while I was speaking. So yeah, I just realized, like, wait, did I say something wrong? Oh yeah, maybe I did. But yeah, anyways, talking about the matchup itself. Map number 3, 10-7, series point. They win map 3, they'll be crowned as the champions of the Showdown series. And for Asterisk, this map is their final moment.
It's just a start, to be honest, in this BO5. They haven't had one. For now, sitting with 0 maps in their corner. So somehow they need to start that engine and keep steamrolling forward. So guys, without further ado, let's just head directly into the game. The Worlds of Abyss, where things are gonna fall apart or be made, is the question. Soon to witness all of this action. 10-7, Asterisk once again in this rodeo. 10-7 for them, it's series point.
Series point, and let's not forget 10-7, they haven't lost a single map.
Wow.
Including grand finals. Factoid, where were you on map number 2? Ascent is a balanced map with 2 bomb sites and a large open mid area, where controlling the mid is key for both attackers and defenders. Its unique mechanical doors at each site add a strategic twist, allowing teams to alter pathways and gain tactical advantage.
You know what I do right off the bat while I'm in the defensive side? I wait for 5 seconds, I put down the shutter, and I break it open. Not giving the edge towards the attacking side at all. No sense of comfort that, you know what, it's gonna take certain HP, you have to shoot it through. Nope, not required.
And I'm guessing that just by a single use of a satchel charge, you can destroy those doors, right? If you just placed it properly on towards the top. I don't think, is it not? No? It's been patched out?
It's been patched up.
Oh man.
It has certain HP, right? You need to shoot it down. One satchel charge ain't gonna do anything. But the showstopper might.
Yeah, the showstopper definitely would.
like
Talking about the frags though, tricky. Still have 2 frags, and the oppressive contestants towards mid prove to be unsuccessful from the side of Team Asterisk, as they're losing bodies left, right, and center. But still, they've tried to manage to equalize it, but it's not happening. Icarus goes out. It's a 1v2.
1v2 for River to clutch, shooting down the shutter. Look at the HP on it. He's showered every single bullet. Now it has been nerfed. The Ghost is down to 13 bullets, but those 13 bullets have been upgraded. River has a potential, can go ahead and clutch it out, but he cannot spot UV at all because they were so focused towards the other end, towards the staircase. Yeah, that's what he was looking at. Thank you so much, UV, for demonstrating that and getting the first round.
Yep, a great demonstration, and also economy boom from the side of Team 10-7.
They want to finish it as soon as possible. What's going on?
I mean,
someone apply brakes. Yash, he has been disconnected. All right, he's going to get back into the game. The start itself has been bad for him. Right off the bat, he was peeking towards mid, thinking that he can get a shot or 2 from his Sheriff. Unfortunately, he could not do that.
Yeah. And also, folks, for the viewers who are watching the stream right now, don't forget there is a giveaway happening from the side of TEC. 1,000 Valorant points up for grabs. All you have to do is just comment in the YouTube chat !Valorant to stand a chance and win those amazing Valorant points. And also, there's another giveaway 2x 1,000 Valorant points. All you have to do is head in towards the Instagram socials of the Esports Club and comment Valorant in any of the stories regarding with Showdown.
And for future updates, might as well go ahead and follow them.
Yeah, for future tournament updates.
By the way,
Yes.
the Instagram giveaway, the winners are going to be announced tomorrow.
Yeah,
That is
tomorrow.
23rd of December. So Christmas is home early.
Yeah, Christmas is early. And for the side of Team 10-7, victory as well. Map number 3. They've secured pistol rounds and they are 12 rounds away. Let me just count this a little bit. 1, 2, yeah, 12 rounds away.
You should leave the maths to me.
Yeah, I
Babu.
think
And
I should-
every
yeah.
time you keep attempting in making those wonderful mistakes
Oh, yeah.
on your fingers, nonetheless. So,
I mean, mistakes even when I was, talking about it, right? I think I've said a team names wrong, if I remember properly.
it's all right.
Yeah, it happens. We make mistakes, folks.
Okay. It's a buy round coming in. Bonus buys all across. We can see some really good weapons. But UV, he has chosen the weapon of destruction, that is those one taps. Knows that the opponent is going to be so weak that even a far range shot from the sheriff is just going to shut them down. And I'm surprised I could not see any outlaw coming in. 2,400, that's how much an outlaw costs. Get it and get all the rewards. One shot to the body or the temple. It's your choice.
And you clearly get to see even on the second round with the duelist having a vandal in hand. But it's a light armor. So a headshot from the sheriff, even on long range, could definitely help tip the sides of this round. A weapon upgrade could be imminent, where Team Asterisk could be able to salvage some rounds out of it. But yeah, we just need to wait for, Yash to come back. I mean, he is joined in the lobby. Just need to get the ready confirmation, and once it's done, we'll be able to proceed with round number 2 as soon as possible.
They're sharpening their weapons for now.
Yeah.
They're sharpening their skills alongside how to execute the sight. Whenever it comes to a duel against 10-7, every single one of them is so lethal that you cannot win it right off the bat. You need a couple of players, double swings coming in. That's where you can get a frag or two. And if you give isolating fights, you will always lose them. There was this one round, right, where Paradox was the last man standing against 4-man squad, and he was hitting all of his shots, being in the back line, 20 HP. My man still was going ahead, buzzing around, taking down the opponents. Yash and Icarus were the last 2 members remaining, but finally Icarus puts that end to Paradox's paradoxical gameplay.
Absolutely.
So now it's all the matter about how you can go ahead and get this round accomplished. The best bet what defenders can do? Go for a gamble side. Just gamble it out. 5 stack towards the side. That's it.
They've been losing quite a lot of rounds, so maybe a little bit of a change in tactics should help them in certain situations. But yeah, hopefully on round number 2, especially with weapons with just sheriffs and classics, it will be difficult. But this triple peak would help securing their first flag. This time taking out UV with the push from A is imminent, and it's all up to Rivers' flash to make this well placed known.
Seems like an important task to go ahead and accomplish. Shutters down, and the hope as well. The round being clutch seems very impractical, to be honest. One shock dart and all of these 3 players are going to be very low. River taking all of the shots onto the shutter, and to break it down till the end. Smoke is going to help them out for a longer run. There comes a flick, but the right click equally good, tricky. Good for one. Kibon, he shuts down yet another player. A couple of them remaining from the defensive side as the smoke comes in. There is that control which is provided by Wave, but I don't think so it's going to there for long.
The only thing that they can do is try to go in for exit frags or get caught from the explosion. And I believe they will just get caught in the explosion nonetheless. So yeah, 2-0. It's 10-7. Man, oh man, is it going to be so close for Team 10-7 to reach closer to its victory.
Good decision of not giving the orbs right away. They chose death from the detonation of the spike rather than dying in the hands of the opponents. Hence, the economy, it's looking good from their end. They did force themselves on getting those proper weapons and rage. All right, I see what you have pulled right off. That's the Odin. All hail against the Odin. As it just goes brr.
Yeah. The Odin with 100 ammo. More than enough to commit to a wall bang that could help secure a kill or two, but turns out the side of Team 10-7, they're making their presence known towards A. Maybe they might head in for a quick rotate towards B. That's where the Odin player is patiently waiting. Wave very too close for comfort. He will secure one. Taking out Kohli, but still we gotta worry about the side which is happening right here in this execute.
That's some really good execution coming in from the attacker's side. 10-7, they're so prepared. Amped up, Tricky, good for one, but the trade is equally good. Yash shuts him down. Paradox on the other end, creating chaos. Yash is constantly providing the man count advantage. It's equalized for now, but Kibo, the lineup, he's never gonna miss that. And shuts down both the forces, one being Odin and the other one called Yash. There goes the third, the full buy denied. An asterisk, yet again. The economical crunch that they're facing is right upon them in the map of Ascent. We could see that in Abyss. We saw the same thing happening in Haven, and now it's continuing.
Pistol rounds, bonus rounds, clutch moments, thrifty rounds, all of them at the hands of Team 10-7. All of it.
Masterclass plays all across. What are you expecting, Baba Gusta?
I mean, it is 10-7 after all. And forcing once again on an eco from Wave, which is a difficult situation to be in. That is double to, triple peaks coming in from the side of Team 10-7 as the fragment will catch its prey. Taking out the arch nemesis KO as Kibo he's just unstoppable at this point. And he didn't even have to peek. The fragment just did its work.
He was stuck. He just could not bear the fact that, okay, wait, there's a jet coming in, updrafting right at him. Alongside, there's resistance, fragment all across. His floor was basically being molten again and again. Tricky, even with such low HP, he's good for one. But look at Yash. That was a really good attempt. Gets the second one as well. 8 HP. Weapon upgrade available, but he needs to be a tad bit more quicker. Last man standing, Rage. In a situation of 1v2, quickly goes in for the Bucky shot and he's just saving himself. Can die through the detonation, but the weapon is too good to be true. Hence, saving it is the better call.
Yep, he is going to save it, but he's going to meet with Kibo. Information from the suppression knife will be given. Can Rage save his weapon? No, Kibo's going to play it safe. He'll just let him give away the weapon for now.
Oh, the pre-fires are so good.
Yeah, it's a really good pre-fire. Also, just the amount of understanding exactly where the Sova would be, especially when he was trying to escape, is just also on point.
And usually people would think, okay, yeah, spawn, maybe mid. Kibo, he did something better. He went directly towards Catwalk. Unfortunately, there was no red carpet there.
Yeah.
Else we would have seen some really good fashion.
Maybe we could see some fashion right here from Yash. Great first shot. Second, Tricky already in the building. Kibo and Paradox just following it up with the backup plan. The side control is there. So is the null command from 10-7. No basically abilities restricted. Owl drone for info, and now Tricky, he'll get caught off from Wave.
Good swing, but unfortunately he met his match. River still moving forward. Information not yet known. He's not gonna get suppressed, but he does not have any utility as well. 6 seconds for his knife to come out, and on the other end it's 30 seconds. All the time, Wave, we see him clutch those moments, golden times. He's trying his level best, and same goes for Kohli as well. Checking all of those close-knit corners. Odin sprays coming all around. He's just going round and round and wave. Last man standing, thought that he could play it smartly, but unfortunately, Paradox, he was still alive. And saving that weapon was important, but there comes yet another round. 5th on board to 0. I can see the smug smile. Baba Gusa, what is all about? What's going on?
What is all about?
Yeah, I could see the smug smile coming in on your face. What's happening?
It's just way too much flashbacks. But this time it's PTSD, that's for sure. Why? Because it was 13-0. I can still feel 13-0 is just scoreline happening right inside my head. But I don't think it's going to happen. I still believe in Asterisk as a timeout will be given. Of course, the buys will be broken, but their hearts still stay strong. They will not give up. I know that for sure. Asterisk, they will give up a fight, even though that they're losing time and tide again. So time and time again, not time and tide. But,
You know,
yeah.
I could see the frustration in the face of Rage.
Yeah, it is.
It was so evident. Specifically once he was saving that Vandal for the next following round, right? And the follow was not that great. Trust me. There were some really good trades. Yash got the first pick. But the way the floodgates are opening towards side B, right? That's the biggest question which is not yet answered. Where are the turrets? Where is the alarm bot? Place it at one spot itself, alongside the Nano Swarm. Where is that? Usually people are very sneaky. They know that the first lane is one of the places where the attackers usually bombard themselves towards. Again, all of that interesting fact, not seeing anything come into play, is affecting the amount of strategies that this team can bring on board. Rage getting the first and the second one as well. Quick to trade Kibon. But again, the HP way too low. It's dwindling down. Shock Dart to shut down River as Yash, he perishes away. Had the Blade Storm, could not use. Last man standing, Icarus. All of that set up towards side A.
All of them. Nano Swarms, Salama bots, turrets, everything. Hoping that they would make their way towards A. Well, surprise, surprise. Kohli with the Odin. They've secured side. They've also secured side B and also the confirmation on the win as well. 3K for Tricky. And so is the lead from Team 10-7, 6-0. Even with the great Odin spam from the side of Sova, how do you counter an Odin? Well, of course, with another Odin. Like that's how you meet. That's how you met your match. 6-0. The lead is imminent. So is the tensions between Team Asterisk. They've made an amazing performance all the way towards lower brackets, and even with the timeout being used, it's still not enough. Team 10-7. They are unstoppable. They are unrelentless. As Rage finally gets to shut down Tricky. Some minor damage towards the KO as Rage is just angry at this point. Taking out Paradox as well, the controller down for the count, so is the duelist. Very low on HP for the KO, but here comes the aggressive plays from Kibo in just so low HP. Just 5 HP and he somehow gets 3 kills. What is happening? Rage finally gets away with those two kills, securing a quad kill from his end. And Asterisk, they will finally get their response, 1-6.
First round. First round. Asterisk.
Kibo was 5 HP.
What's going on? Kibo, yes, 5 HP, and that man is unstoppable. A lethal team for a reason. It just showcases the amount of chaos there is in the comms of Asterisk. Till the end, they're still deciphering what needs to be done against a man who's just 5 HP. Oh, this is brutal. This is grueling. The economy always in shambles. Kibo, look at him. Early peak towards tree and wave is so low on HP. Repositioning is there. But he needs to survive till the end. He's the controller. He needs to provide all of the smokes. Paranoia coming in alongside the flash as well. The flash drive is coming into the picture. Yash stuck in the corner, running away. He needs to charge forward. He's still choosing to fight. Why are you fighting? Just wait for the entire team and then head in for the retake. UV, his position unknown, gets the first one. Icarus right in front. This might be a potential frag which Icarus needs to win, and they do it. Getting the second on board. Asterisk. Look at those shaky movements coming in from Rage. Showcasing that now is the time that we go ahead and get our rounds that we deserve.
4 round remains. And for Asterisk, now's their time to shine. They've come all the way. And this time, hopefully, in this round, maybe we could see those changes. It's all in. Odin's on the board, so is the operator from Yash. Paranoia catching out the operator, and here comes Kibo, unaware of the positionings, and here comes the response from Kohli. Tricky gets to take out Yash, but Icarus, great response from the trade.
Oh, that's some really good trades. Icarus, right off the bat, smoked. As 10-7, they still have the controller, aka Paradox. And as long as he's alive, he's able to clutch those rounds, got it in hand, taking those shots. Wall bangs are imminent. Icarus, on the other end, not facing the wrath of the Guardian. That's important. He needs to stay healthy. All of that set up towards side B. Look at them swing, man. The attackers are so well placed. Kohli lurking right outside the shadow. The smoke. Where's he looking?
Yeah,
oh, he was just waiting for the counter flash. He thought that Asterisk, they might go ahead and do this play, but no. It did not work out. Icarus is being constantly pinged. Kohli, good spam, 6-7 HP. It's still a 3v3 post plant. VOV creating that difference, and Kohli, he shuts down River. So the null command, even though it's in effect, it's not going to help that much out. Pings are coming through, and Rage, his location was known. And unfortunately, with all of those pings, with all of those informations, Asterisk could not get the round.
So close and yet so far, Asterisk. What is happening on their executes? And for a brief amount of moment, I saw Keyborn getting picked out. Next thing you know, Tricky comes back with a very quick trade. Taking out the operator. They're just playing fire with fire. You know, you'd usually, take a certain distance when you're going up against an opponent long range. And wait a minute, Yash going all in, finds a shot out of nowhere, but the damage is just way too much from just UV and Kohli. The duo synergies are on point, and even though that they've been removed out of the equation, Team 10-7, they just realized A is free real estate. They can just head in towards post plan, and that is more than enough for 10-7 to secure the round win.
Heavy resistance can be placed in as well.
Spike planted.
As a null command, it's available. Paradox not shooting the glass just yet, hiding his information that he's still present towards the Heaven region itself. Good calls coming in, 10-7. They're always super strong whenever it comes towards that post-plant situation. But Kohli, even though he had his owl drone towards that area, he wants to be completely sure. There comes the shock dart and the follow-up as well. Now the shots have already been buzzed right in. Paradox, he knows that the players are going to come from here. Swings and gets both of the frags.
All it needs is just a good old distraction from Kohli. Shock darts, recons, and then just fall back. Let Paradox do his work. 8-2. As in the first half, Team Asterisk, they are falling apart. Even with the timeouts, it's still not working out for them. Null command is ready from Kibo, so you can clearly know that the ability usage will be denied immediately as the B side execute is imminent. There's a lot of utilities that has been placed from the side of KJ that will be used, but it still won't be enough. Yash still playing around from the backside, will get denied immediately from UV, and Rage all by himself. He will get picked out as well in the process. It's a 1v2. Very low on HP, and River, he gets it with a clutch. And also, let's not forget, Kohli's own shock dart takes out KO.
It's okay.
It's okay. It happens.
It's just collateral damage.
Just collateral damage.
And
They'll
with
be able
that,
to do damage control, yeah.
And with that, it's all right to get the throw. That's really nice, Asterisk. They're building up the bank, man. First half, it needs to be really good for them. Being in the defensive half, I mean, I get it. The attack is not going to look that great, but again, the head start would be really good. It's the final round. The max it can go is 8-4.
8-4 or a 9-3 and a surprise attack from Factoid himself.
Saying that it might be a curse.
Maybe,
Curse
maybe
is
not.
real.
Yeah. First half, it was 9-3.
But it did not come in effect.
Yeah, it did not come into effect.
Factoid knew it, man.
Yeah, Factoid knew it. He is the almighty.
He is the ultimatum.
Deploying drone.
And but with all of that, all of those speculations, Kohli, height advantage, and he's creating all of that chaos towards A main. Look at that, heavily invested, 3 players are still around that corner. And finally I can see Yash peeking towards the other end, trying to get the additional bit of information, and there comes the cam spotting where the opponent can be. But unfortunately, there's no information just to be given yet. Rage with his Odin spam just ready, flash in hand, but Tricky, he did something much better. Flashpoints are coming in, River, he wants to retaliate. Wait, did he want to shoot the Odin or grab the Odin was the question? And Yash on the other end, he's grabbing opportunity, has it right at the doorstep.
Yep.
The spike, it still needs to be picked, shots fired, and yet again the kunai knives are going to be replenished. 5 in it, last man standing, to a clutch. Paradox as he's decimating all the opponents. Kohli still swinging around the corner, and Yash, he's making his way towards the side, jumping around all of those corners. It's gonna be an execute towards the side itself, and tricking in the middle of all of that. It's been taken right off. It's a big opportunity, but Kohli, he stands true to the task, and he clutches this one like a boss. 9-3 as the first half ends.
Good attempt, Yash. Good attempt. 10 seconds remain. The blade stop just working so well. It was just one. Kohli, the masterclass clutch master.
Yash against all.
Yeah. It was just so good. And also I have to ask, like, Paradox taking out 2 players like that shouldn't happen. They really need to be careful of their flanks.
He just makes things so easy. And trust me, the battle, if we would have played, it would have been so tough.
Oh,
But-
yeah, there you go. Second time's the charm. There you are,
Second time's a charm.
Factoid.
No, actually it's 3rd time. So, Factoid, no, it's not going to happen. Hashtag curse, nope. As the entire team, they're bombarding, they're heading towards side B, instantly going for the shutter down as well. Yash making his place known, aware. UV has all the information, gets the first one, but Yash quick on the trigger. There is some really good trigger discipline being showcased. Kohli pushed towards the boathouse, and Paradox, the resistance, it's coming through, and the defenders, yet again, they win this pistol round of their own, making it to a double digit. 10-3, ladies and gentlemen. As it's not only Asterisk who's at risk, it's even the potential of Factoids to go ahead and spick those facts.
3 rounds away for the side of Team 10-7 to be crowned as the champions of Showdown Series Season 7. And this time Factoid is just, trying to be silent.
I don't know.
Hashtag curse unfortunately didn't happen, Factoid. It happens. Predictions sometimes doesn't work out well.
Give it time.
Just give it time. Maybe it could happen. But Paradox, once again, Spectre in hand. He wants to commit, but he chose to stay silent. He chose to let the attackers make their play and then go in for the counters. Pigs from Tricky. So true and pristine with the Outlaw.
There goes the first one. Mid control is not there at all. Slowly, there's another player leaping in forward, but the close range battle, Paradox is all prepared. Shots fired, Yash way too low on HP. Instantly reaching backline, they're just heading right out. They need to pick the spike as well. There's only one turret which is guarding, and the man who needs to go ahead and operate that, he's not there anymore. Look at them, they're still so confident, waiting down that there might be some endeavors coming in from the defensive side. 10-7 specifically went ahead to get that additional bit of information, but Tricky in the midst of all of that has already been taken right off. Kohli, the owl drone, getting a lot of inside info that nobody is present towards B main. Hence, it's all about mid.
There's also a trap that's been laid around, and if Yash doesn't realize this, in which he might, there you go. Line of vision will be given, so is the information of players slowly arriving towards the doorsteps of market.
Watch
And
your
here comes
back.
Kohli. The Spectres working its charm. The second peak, Paradox with the support. And the third will be given to Paradox nonetheless. 11 to 3. Okay. Team 10-7, the lead is it just keeps going.
It's all right, man. Asterisk, they tried the level best. Good flicks. Yash. Good flicks. Playing it to perfection, but ultimately mid-control was already known that the attackers are going to go ahead and play that because they had the information towards B main alongside A main as well, thanks to the overcrowded movement and the advantage of man count alongside weapons. So things are not functioning well, having the full buy. How well can Asterisk go ahead and convert this round is the question, as they've already taken the tactical timeout to assess how to overcome this current scenario.
Timeout once again. Team 10-7. 2 rounds away of securing series point. And
This is demolition derby, man.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, even take a look at the types of weaponries that Team Asterisk has at the moment.
It's good, it's healthy, but we have seen them fade away, perish, even while having Vandals, full shields all across, due to XYZ unforeseen events. Where 10-7, they either just go ahead and tackle the bull by its horn, and straight up, those tires are going to go flat.
Yep, mess with the bull and you get the horns. And you can clearly see that for 10-7, it's just massive peaks from Icarus this time. A really great shot. The Guardian countering the Outlaw.
You know how well UV shut down the turret? Was through a wall bang with a Sheriff.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. They're getting more and more creative now.
Yeah. It's like the game sense that you get to witness from Team 10-7 is just so good. That they would manage to take out a turret that would increase the cooldown of it all the way towards 30 to 40 seconds. No information, no 6th player being in play. And now UV having the Outlaw in hand, he might be able to make some impressive plays once they make their plays known. But you still have Yash, the opening denied from UV. What? He was watching the B side. Where did he appear out of nowhere from mid?
And that's the power of Kohli. He's everywhere, setting his best foot forward, giving the team the lead that they need in order to go for this post plant. It's a 4v4, scratch that wave, beautiful peak, and picks Paradox, the key player in this certain moment. Now the roles have already been reversed. UV knows that the opponent might be towards the Copy region itself, checking all of those tight, close-knit corners. There comes a trade. Kohli good for yet another one. UV, my God, what's going on? Sheriff in hand. He needs to know where the opponent can be, but it's a clutch coming in. River, for sure, made things possible for the likes of Asterisk to get the 4th on board, but this needs to steamroll forward again and again as the opponents, they were playing around in the previous round with the bonus buys, and now they have a full buy coming in effect. Odin's all across Kohli. He's not the one who Asterisk needs to go ahead and fight toe-to-toe. This man can pre-aim them through the walls.
Yeah, the Odin sprays, the sprays of unexpected deaths. A well-deserved clutch though from the side of Team Asterisk. Suppressions will be made from Tricky. And I think it would be best to not to try to contest or maybe try to go aggressive through the smoke. He needs information. And clearly, most of the location is unknown, but somehow the Outlaw does its work. Taking out Rage once again, the Initiator is down for the count, and Kibo committed a push against Yash, in which he will be forced to fall back towards a shot. But right now, they're just currently paying for picks, and this pick is huge because they've managed to figure out a way to take out Paradox. There goes your controller, there goes your clutch moment master, there goes your multi-kill opportunities from the side of Team 10-7.
And it's all right. Every single one of the players so lethal, and it's not even a post plant just yet. Getting the additional bit of information, recon dart all across, but unfortunately it has been shot right at that time itself. Yash slowly heading forward, knows that the opponent might be towards that area, but look at that. The moment he got the information that the orb has been picked, he showcases back, and Tricky, even though Yash was good for one, Tricky was there to save the day with Shotty in his hand, and he's stuck towards that position.
And here comes the line of sight to the shorty jump,
blind.
flash to perfection. That is such a great job.
Why
Forcing
the
Yubi
knife?
to use his neural theft, but Icarus catches him off the act. 1v2, and this time Asterisk. They're making waves, they're making plays, but he forgot about Kibo. The denial of clutch. Phantom in hand, it's a 1v1. Icarus needs to get it, and Kibo just shatters their dreams. Match point, series point for 10-7.
Oh my god. I thought Yuvi's knife out is going to be the iconic moment, but no, the opponents did something more better. They had 2 man remaining, could have easily established that trade game. Eventually they faded away, they perished just because of that individual peak coming in from their end. Should have been a combined peak, not all together like close knit and thinking that if we swing twice, we might get the kill. No, you might get shot right across. But again, the decision making from the likes of Asterisk is jeopardized.
And Tricky's Outlaw, let's not forget, 4 kills on the Outlaws in the previous match. Imagine that, 4 confirmed kills. Yeah, I mean, 2 from the Jet as well, yeah.
1 from him, yeah, he shut down the opponent. And the other one was activated because of null command. He got reset, he entered towards the side, and the entire control was gone. But Tricky, in this round, how good can he play? Plays from outside, and Yash is good for just 1, as the entire team is here to go ahead and knock them right off. It's all Mass Effect. Paradox still alive, kicking, breaking down the shutters as well, with a different weapon and upgrades to a Phantom. Okay,
Yeah.
way to tip the opponents off.
Yeah, just saving bullets one at a time. 50 seconds left. It's 2v2. 10-7. One
sense of
round
hope.
closer to crown the champions of the series. Paradox is just playing it patiently. They know they just have to wait for the sound of the spike. Here comes Paranoia. Here comes the peak. Commit for a spray. Can we see Wave make moments
the
here?
timing.
1v2, and Paradox just sprays it away. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions of Season 7 Showdown Series, Team 10-7.
Defenders win.
Congratulations, 10-7. Very well-deserved victory. Till the very end. We were hoping that there's going to be a comeback coming in from Asterisk, but no, says 10-7. All of these 5 players crowned as champions. Wow, what a performance. Exceptional. Except that we could not see those plays coming in from one tap god, but his contribution was also there throughout the tournament. Overall, good plays and the execution towards the post plant have always been so good from their end.
Yep, Team 10-7 undefeated the whole series.
Not even a single map.
Not even a single map, folks. That is Team 10-7, folks. Congratulations for them, as they'll be crowned as the champions of this series, defeating the ex-champions, Asterisk, in a 3-0 knockout.
Wow. I did not know that the grand finals are going to be like this, like a landslide victory coming in. But again, 10-7 is that team with all-star roster, and they just know how to perform, especially when it comes to those experience parts of 1v2s, 1v3 clutch moments. Paradox standing up to the task alongside Kibo. My God, that 1v2 seemed like it was for the likes of Asterisk, but unfortunately, all of that went right across the board. Talking about the crucial moments, let's just go ahead and dive right into it and, witness that action yet again for one final time.
Yep, one final time on Season 7. Man, 10-7's performance was just so good. The same thing can also be said for the side of Team Asterisk, as they did their best efforts. Opening picks, instant denials. It was Team 10-7's show all over the place. All 3 maps. Paradox as the controller, Tricky as the duelist, the important moment for Yash. This was a crucial moment for Yash though. The Blade Storm being able to catch all 4 players. He just needed one. And the final frag unfortunately did not connect from the side of the Jet.
Oh, yes.
And it was just outlaws all of the plays in the second half.
Only sheriffs in town. And the defender as well, at the moment where they were performing. Asterisk just could not clutch it. This was the moment where Vay was thinking he was playing smart, but he did not hear that audio cue of Shrouded Step. So hence the entire result, 13-4 as Asterisk. They're going to confirm the second place, hence 30,000. But the majority of the chunk goes to 10-7. Performances all across Tricky, Kohli, Yuvi, alongside Paradox. Oh yes, Kibo. How can you forget him?
How can you forget about Kibo? Yeah. His plays as initiator, but also huge appreciation from the side of Team Asterisk as well.
That's right.
17 kills to Yash, 6 kills to River, and of course Rage with a total of 9 kills and 4 assists. And also, I also need to wonder who would be the MVP of this matchup? Will it be Tricky or Yash?
Depends on the first kills, I believe, because
The
ACS is same.
same,
I
yeah.
know. 293. That's a big question. Let's just dive right into the MVP as well. Who's it gonna be, guys? If you know it, then go ahead and comment. But it's Yash.
Yeah, there we go. Well deserved though from Yash.
Well deserved, man. The starting, he could not perform, but then eventually he started catching up to the pace, getting those frags, feeling more confident against 10-7. It was super important, but ultimately, it's not that one person can change the entire game. It's a 5v5, not a 1v5.
Yeah. And also, 1v4 situation for Yash, man. I really wanted to see that ace happen, man. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been a highlight for Asterisk.
60.87%.
60% headshot.
Sorry to cut you off.
I know, it's okay. It's alright.
61. Just round it up. 61%. Okay, Yash. You definitely deserve this, man.
Yeah, absolutely do, man. But let's take a look at the MVP of the series. And I believe it would be none other than 10-7. Tricky.
Oh, yes. Hands down. Man has been hitting his shots. He went to the fire range, got everything done right, dusted, played it to perfection, gets the opening frags as well. Sometimes he got shut down from his arch nemesis, that is Yash. But majority of the times, this man has been hitting, getting 11 first kills is no joke.
Absolutely not. 9.8k damage, 11 first kills, 40.95, which is 41% headshot, 54 kills in total. Which means that we will see a lot of changes, maybe in the level up leaderboards, maybe on top 4 players.
Top 4 players.
Top 4 players, yes.
But again, the level up leaderboard is one of the places that I'm very excited for. Yash specifically. Yash, he performed, yes, had the opportunity, but let's see whether he has seized the first 3 spots or not. 4th position.
4th position.
One shy. One shy.
Passing Aspas.
He passed Aspas. I knew that he's going to pass Aspas. Aspas was not even close to him. And my God, I wish that Yash got the MVP for like 2 games straight.
Yeah.
It would have been game changer, but okay. First to 3, guys, reminding you all, first to 3 players are going to get the right goodies. From there on, it's just the experience and you bragging that you were at the top 4. But again,
man, that is one way to end season 7, Aiden.
Yep. One way to end.
7 days of non-stop Valorant action, and now it has come to an end.
8 days.
8 days. Like I said, I just leave the max towards him though.
Even with days. All right. Yes, 8 days of intense action, guys. Right here at the Showdown series. Absolute amazing performance. And we all enjoyed it, man. Enjoyed it till the very end. But like all good things come to an end, it's all done right, dusted. BO5 got over with a nick of the time. Snap and Thanos was like, yo, 10-7, there you go. You have the same ability as me.
Should have gone for the head.
Should have gone for the head. Yes! Finally, Baba Gusta. Let's go. Love it.
Yeah, but all in all, I have to say, we also need to give a huge shout out for our sponsors as well.
Yes,
Crucial
sir.
by Micron. Without them, the whole tournament wouldn't have been possible. And also their amazing products of DDR5 Pro 5600, CL46 RAM that delivers 1.75 times the faster speed. Amazing RAM that definitely helps you change the pace, especially when you're gaming.
That's right. Alongside, there is this SSD as well. You can twin it across, you can use it on your phone, you can store all the information that you need alongside photos, videos, and whatnot, even games, guys. It has a speed up to 1050 MB per second. It's called X9 Pro. Go ahead, tap on the description below. All links have been provided, including pinned on the chat section. All you have to do is click on it, understand your product, and buy it for yourself.
And of course, how can we forget about the amazing Spawn, right? The amazing Spawn, especially powered by Brainstorm, designed by Fury, and beautifully executed by the Esports Club.
But here's the thing, right? All of the statistics, for example, top 5 agent selections, top 3 maps coming into the picture, all of that. Where do we get that information? That's right. The statistics was driven by Kira Solutions. And because of them, we could get every single detail of what's going on in this entire scenario of Valorant.
Yeah, everything, including with agents, top 5 agent, top 4 maps, top 4 players, every single statistics. From none other than Kira Solutions.
And that's it, guys. It's done for. Grand finale, done right, dusted. 22nd was an epic day. And 10-7, they're going to stand tall with no losses in any sort of maps. Guys, thank you so much. Alongside, we are going to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, aka Crucial by Micron, alongside our media partner, Gossip.gg. Yes. It has been a pleasure to have you all here. And yeah, as we all can say, it's all over. For this year, it's all done right, dusted. I'm hoping you all have a really good time. Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year. Adios, tata, bye-bye.
system. Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.